Welcome to the Whoopty Wop.
Drifting off and getting
We're
away from
going to
that.
keep going over it, and I'm going to keep twisting your
The
words
Whoopty Wop
to remind everybody
is
Oh
a
we
my
don't owe
God.
white people. We do not owe white
The
people
Whoopty-Wop.
shit.
is a place.
I run the risk,
Whoopty Wop.
and it's not my channel, so I will just drop this fucking link.
Just curious. You know the
Yo,
who's your
yo,
who's
hand me
your,
the Whoopty Wop.
Well, I know it's an Indiana
Yo,
thing.
yo, you got
Yeah,
some
but do
money?
you know what
We're
a
going
Hoosier
to the
is?
Whoopty Wop.
I actually don't.
okay.
Yo,
Got
we
something to
get
do with
those.
things.
Throw some cool
And
Whoopty Wops.
from a Hoosier, you're gonna get certain things that are gonna happen. And
Well, I
walk
do
out,
know at
come
one
stove,
point
go
Indiana
grab that
was
shit
like
right
the
quick.
center of the
She
clan.
was like, cool. And she already know to get my dough. So,
Folks, well, we have made it back. I'm getting good at doing these pop-up shows right quick. Once everybody else joins, we'll go back to talking about black jobs, which is actually a pop-up topic. Um, I basically have a problem with the concept at all, labeling a job as a race thing. And I have the opposite. A lawyer shouldn't be a white or a Jewish job. Same thing with doctors. A job is a job. And I have a problem with a black leader such as it is Yvette Carnell buying into the concept. For whatever reason, she may have had her reasons. I don't know if they would be justifiable, to a person like me, but I have a problem with it. That's buying in, or if not outright contributing to, a place that is fundamentally racist. And you know what? It is my opinion, but I think I can justify it. The history is. It could very well be CK. I That sounds plausible. But anyway, I just have a problem with it. So whilst we are waiting for our panelists to join us, and it is dinner time, so it is. I'm sure these gentlemen are busy, and we give them some time. And in the meantime, ooh. So Senate approves bipartisan resolution to end tariffs on Brazil. Ooh. What is the Senate actually starting to show some spine? That's hard to believe. Let's see. Judge warns Border Patrol leader that tear gas use appears to violate court order. They don't care. Courts schmorts. That is the Trump administration's response. This is interesting. This is interesting. This says, as some DEI critics say victory is near, companies face new pushback over rollouts. After years of whiplash over diversity policies, businesses remain caught between conflicting regulatory requirements, frustrated consumers, and their employees. Hey, there's a price to pay for being wishy-washy and not standing up. So all the people who are affected one way or another by these DEI, uh, we'll call them rollbacks if we must. You know what? There are people who are pro DEI, the other half of the country that you're going to have to deal with. So we go. And let's see, what else do we have here? So Outer Banks, which more homes falling into the ocean. Jamaica, Hurricane Melissa crosses Jamaica after historic landfall. The storm is tied for the strongest recorded landfall in the Atlantic basin by both pressure and wind speed. Wow. Many of you may have missed the story about the Hurricane Hunter, the NOAA Hurricane Hunter, who went into the eye of the hurricane and had to basically abort the mission because they hit this downdraft. I guess they were afraid they were going to crash. White House fires arts commissioners expected to review Trump construction projects. Yeah. It's like, hey, review, will you now? Not if you don't have a job. Let's see, what else is here? And I guess we'll go over to see what's in the New York Times. Judge admonishes Border Patrol leader. Military, yeah, I did this, talk about this. Military destroys 4 more boats. U.S. says we're carrying drugs. What's that pin that what's his name keeps wearing on his lapel? Let me see, can I zoom in on it? Is that a special forces pin he's wearing? I can't tell. First, I thought it was an air assault badge or something. There's something that Hexeth wears, and I can't figure out. I wonder what happens if I Google it. I still can't tell. I wonder if I Googled it, would I find out? It's time for Timcast. I don't subscribe to the Timcast. I'm not paying for that. Last I checked, I did check it out once, and you had to like pay for it or something. And nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not that big a fan in the first place. And I'm poor. I have to be judicious about what I spend on this sort of stuff. Damn it. You know, I wish each tab could be independent with this. Let's go here. Get rid of that. Don't know why that's there. Melissa moves off of Jamaica. Officials' access to FBI files in Charlie Kirk case drew pushback. Huh, this is interesting. What does this mean? An inquiry led by Joe Kent, who leads the National Counterterrorism Center, is said to have alarmed Kash Patel, the FBI director. How so? So this is an interagency issue? Interesting. They wanted to see if Robinson was I'm pretty sure I gave these folks the right you know what, let me post the link here. Let's see. Panel equals, and anybody else who wants to come up can as well. And everybody, please make sure you hit the like button. All right. Well, I guess I will just do a video or something whilst we wait. See, Chaotic Truth is up. Oh, JP's up there. And Righteous Muffin. Is that worth watching? Hmm. So JP and Righteous Muffin. Do I really even want to expose myself to that toxic brew? Jasmine Crockett responds to Trump. ICE is out of control. Let's burn it down with Kim Brown. Tiffany Silver from 2 days ago. Oof. Ah, damn it. Ooh, look, it's a kitten. Yeah, I guess I'll listen to it a little bit. I'm not a fan of either one of those, and that's a mix. I don't know that I want to expose myself to this close to bedtime. I wonder if they position these photos. Man, those little teeth hurt, I bet. Yeah, it might give me nightmares. Either that or big disappointments in the community at large, just the American community. It's like ebony and ivory, but out of tune.
What's up, Grandpa? This is like it's like midnight for you, right?
No, it's 7:48, and the next show I have scheduled for 1 or 1:30 tomorrow. So not only am I going to get my oven top pizza done, I will get enough rest. I will be able to read all the things my old manitude require.
Well, it's 7:48. Uh, excuse me.
Oh, believe me, I last night I think I went to bed at 9.
But an old man
And the
hours
only
is
thing
like
that
midnight for you.
not necessarily.
I'm messing with you, Stanley.
Oh, are you?
Yes,
Oh,
of
okay.
course I am. My dry humor eludes people.
I see. Well, I don't know that it always translates well on StreamYard and YouTube and that sort of thing.
No, it doesn't. That's why a lot of people don't know whether I'm being humorous or if I'm being serious, which
I
is
think
fine.
it translates better if you're on camera. People have visual cues.
I don't know. I got a poker face all the time, so I don't know. But I was being humorous, nonetheless.
Well, we don't have to stay on black jobs. I was hoping
Yeah, we were
to.
having a good conversation. I mean,
Yeah, the audio is. I don't know what to say.
aside from old hillbilly elegy, there everything was going good.
Hillbilly elegy. I think he
See,
is
you
from
got that.
Ohio.
You see, hold on, you got that joke, but you couldn't get the rest. I don't understand it.
Well, you know what? It's so close to home. I mean, so
Okay,
close
listen.
to right, I guess.
Yes, I was gonna say right, and listen, just for the record, Hillbilly Elegy was a really good book.
Oh, I read the book.
Really good book. And so I have absolutely, like, I just made that reference, but the book was really good. So I'm not taking a shot at the book.
Just the accent.
Well,
Hillbilly wouldn't have done. Hillbilly Elegy was just the right touch.
yeah, Hillbilly Elegy made absolute sense. And there's a lot of things that are in that book that I think a lot of people just would ignore about, like the Al Sharptons and all these people that will just get ignored. That I think, again, right? And this is what I was saying, Stanley, is that just Black people like to ignore.
Like, what would they ignore in Hillbilly Elegy?
When he told you that, like, all the kids there, all the kids that usually went there, no matter what nationality they were from elite places and came from families that did elite things and are in elite spaces, that, like, Black people would ignore that because they will want to pretend that any Black person that went to Harvard or Yale are all just from poverty, and affirmative action plummeted them there. Well, catapulted them there.
Well, that would basically mean they don't read much, because it actually kind of surprised me that most of them come from fairly middle class type backgrounds.
Agreed, right? But we're not allowed to talk about that. We're only allowed to talk about Stanley. Give me. I'm gonna go out and come back in, and I'm gonna pick right up. I'm gonna do it instantly. Just give me 1 second, please.
Well, I think one of the things that actually annoys me about the SAT practice tests, I'm sorry, the whole SAT thing, is that my son, for instance, didn't even take like a prep course or anything like that. I just basically got him a couple SAT books, and then I got one specialized for math for someone who wanted to get like a 700 to 800 in math. He didn't. Actually, he did. He, believe this or not, did get a 700 in math, just barely. I don't know. I mean, hey, you got to have some sort of test, I guess. So some sort of way to fake meritocracy.
Right. So that's the thing. That's the thing, Stanley. Right? Is that they don't. We're not allowed to acknowledge middle class Blacks and like upper class Blacks, right? We're only allowed to acknowledge. We're only allowed to acknowledge the billionaire Black or the project Black. Everything in between does not exist, right? And we do that. We do that even with history, right? We're only
okay. Well, that's a rhetorical thing. I mean, if anybody's looking at anything numbers wise, then that's all. It's almost like willful ignorance not to know this. What's up, Lupin? How you doing?
I agree with you, Stanley. I don't disagree with you in that when you make that statement, right? And that's also the difference between you and I. Well, you know what? I wanted to make that statement, but you have agreed with me several times, so I can't say that. So I can't, right? It would be unfair for me to say that. But yeah, I agree with you, right? So it is willful ignorance. And again, they do the same thing with history, right? They literally take history and be like, well, we were slaves. And then as soon from slavery, Jim Crow. And it's like, yeah, but there's many years in between what was going on. Slavery, Jim Crow, shut up, you Nazi. It's like, what? I don't think
Uh,
that's how it works.
it wasn't, I wouldn't call it many. I mean, it basically, let's just be generous and say from 1865 to 1877. That's not that long. And then there, it didn't immediately after 1877 end, but by the 1890s, there's 80 years of, between 1877 and
Right, but even
90, about 80 years, give or take.
but even
Because
during
nothing
Jim Crow,
nothing is ever cut on a calendar like an
right,
X. They're
right, but
gradual
even
ins and
during
gradual
Jim
outs.
Crow, but even during Jim Crow, when you look at black people, they were able to forge on, and so all
Okay,
that
what is that?
led
What does
back.
forge on mean?
Oh, they were able to overcome the harsh conditions that were bestowed upon them
No,
when they did not
that's
ask for it.
literally ahistorical. Some were. And
Some more.
you know what? Being segregated within a community, especially in the South, yeah, I mean, you were able to get, say you were a black doctor, I don't know, in somewhere in the deep South. Yeah, that you had basically a captive audience. Okay, there was
You know
no
what I
second
find?
opinion.
You know what I find interesting, Stanley, is that to this day we have segregation, and those communities still do well. Yet no one wants to
Okay,
acknowledge
is
that.
it legal segregation or
It's
self-segregation?
self-segregation.
Okay, there's a huge difference. If I need a second
Cool.
opinion from my black doctor, and the only other doctor in town is a white doctor, I can go and get that second opinion.
Right, but the point is legal segregation, self-segregation, and when it was legal segregation, black people still did good for themselves. And
What choice did they have? They
now
had
that
to. They had a cat.
yes,
Most of these
yes,
businesses. Okay, dude,
yes.
that is such a surface level.
No,
There
Stanley.
there were glass ceilings. Okay, the other problem with legal, let me finish, please. The
But you
other problem,
will not let me finish.
other
That's
problem
the
with
odd
legal,
point.
okay, again, I can't finish my point. Why is that?
Because
The
you would not
other
let me finish
problem,
my point.
well, I do. This isn't a democracy.
This is a
The other
dictatorship.
problem,
Are you a king,
uh,
Stanley?
we will at least call it benign.
Stanley is
Uh,
not a king.
well, the other problem with legal
Stanley, are you a king?
segregation, the other
Are
problem
you
with
a
legal
king,
segregation,
Stanley?
well, you know what? Do I need to put you in the dungeon to
Are you a
prove that I
king?
am?
Are you a king?
I can put you in the dungeon
Are
and
you a
make my
king,
point.
Stanley?
Separate but equal was the other problem. And I, again, anecdotally, my father will tell stories about the small town in South Georgia, segregated schools. It was easy to neglect the black school with the secondhand textbooks. To be honest, if there was a way to to enforce separate but equal, I think it would have been a better. I think it'd have been okay. Maybe not great, maybe not perfect, but one of the reasons that drove Brown Board of Education is the separate but equal was just a paper thing. It wasn't like that in reality.
I think a lot of your separate but equal. I think a lot of your separate but equal, and a lot of your deficiencies were given to black people by nefarious black people.
That's interesting.
I think it
There
was
were
given
no
by
black people.
nefarious
There were no
actors.
black people in charge in Adel, Georgia. No one. Now there might have been a black superintendent. I never asked my father. Maybe next time, if I think of it, I'll ask him. But dude, the secondhand textbooks. That wasn't a black person deciding to give the secondhand textbooks to
Well,
the black high school.
can I ask you a question? Were the poor
Sure.
white kids getting brand
No
new
idea.
textbooks?
No idea. I know that
Okay.
I know the town was small enough that there was one white high school and one black high school. I assumed that the poor white kids, if they went to school at all, went to the white high school.
Agreed. Were they
And
getting
the white
first?
high school had new textbooks
And you know that how? Because you didn't go there.
because my father told me. It's anecdotal, but dude, he lived it. Why wouldn't I trust my father?
I am now I'm going to be I'm going to be cautious because I know you're going to have a tantrum like a child. And so what I will say is, okay, Stanley, your father told you.
Yeah, that's good enough for me. I don't expect it to be good enough for the likes of you, but if he said it, it's gospel. I've known him for 60 years. He hasn't let me down yet.
Well, I'm sure he hasn't let you down.
Yeah, by the way, I've been to his hometown. My grandparents lived there. Dude, I believe my father. I have no reason to doubt him.
Well, again, Stanley, I'm sure he hasn't let you down.
I'm
not talking about him letting you
I
down.
have no reason to doubt the veracity of that story. What would literally be the point of him lying about used textbooks?
Well, has he anyway, I'm gonna let it go.
And by the way, this was a small town, dude. There were plenty.
Like I said, I'm
most
gonna let
white
it go
peop-
because I know you're
most
gonna
white
get
people.
all
Most
emotional.
white people. Why would I get emotional? I didn't go to that school. And my father doesn't listen to the show as far as I know. So basically insinuating that he would lie, he'll never know
I'm
about
not.
it.
See, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I think you.
All
missed
I'm
certain things,
saying
right?
is
Here.
most of
No.
most of the white most of the
Because
white
you
people
did this the other night. You did this
most of
the
the
other
white
night,
people.
and you're doing it again. You're
I'm sure
doing
I
it
am.
again.
I'm pretty predictable.
Right? Because you disagree. Well,
Oh, I
because
don't
you think.
disagree
hold
with
on,
what?
Hold on. Sorry, I made a mistake.
What did you
Because-
say? What did you disagree with in my father's story?
Hold on.
I didn't notice if you did.
Because you feel like you need to be in disagreement with me. You accuse me of attacking the man's family the other day.
How do you know
and
I wasn't
now-
being sarcastic?
And now,
we just
and
agreed.
now here you
We
go
just
trying to
agreed that
accuse
it
me.
doesn't translate well over YouTube.
And now you're trying to accuse me of attacking your father when I never once tried to attack your
I
father.
didn't accuse you. I
And-
didn't even
and
say
so
you did it. I said
that's
you insinuated.
problematic. No, I did not insinuate, right? Because the moment you said my father let me down was the first thing I said.
I said he
excuse me,
never.
He did not.
I have no
He did
reason
not
to
do it.
doubt.
Right. And what was the first thing I said?
But
Stanley?
anyway, the overall point was that the separate
No,
but equal
Stanley,
was
because
not
you're
equal.
doing the same thing.
Yes, I am. I am predictable.
Right. You're also an asshole for that.
Well, I'm a predictable asshole.
You're a predictable asshole.
Who here in this chat would say that Stanley's not an asshole?
You're right.
Probably no
You're
one.
correct. You're correct. Right. So here's the point that I'm making, right?
Mhm.
I'm sure your father has never let you down, right? I'm sure, because I come from black men that don't do that. So I understand, right? And so I would never accuse your father of doing that. Now, also, here's the thing. Did your father say, "Hey, I went to this school and saw that," or is that something he?
No, dude. He's from the town. He went to the high school.
He went to the white high school and he saw.
No, he. Here, let me start over. His story was
No, you
that
don't
there were
start
two
over. I
high
know what you're
schools.
saying,
The
Stanley.
facility,
question that I'm
the
asking,
the physical plants were definitely different. And he literally said the books they got, you know how students will put their names in their books?
yeah.
So, I mean, he would get the old books and there would
No,
be
I'm sure he
names.
got the old books. No. That's not what
I
I'm
don't mean
arguing.
him personally, I mean everyone
The
in the black
students.
school.
Agreed,
Yes.
Stanley. I'm not arguing that point. But to say that the poor whites across town got brand new
He
books,
didn't
I
mention
don't
poor
know.
whites. He just said whites.
Right. And I think that's where the problem comes in at, right? Because I think
Where's
we
the
just
problem?
assume I think
These were public schools.
I think everyone assumes that poor whites are getting all the best things simply because they're white.
Okay,
And that's
listen,
not the reality.
maybe you not being from the South, you don't get my point. So let me spell it out.
No, I do get your point.
There was a white high school, there was a black high school. They weren't segregating by class, they were segregating by race. So
Right.
poor whites went to the white high school as well as the rich whites went to the high
right.
school. If the rich whites even went to the high school,
Yeah, because I
poor
doubt.
blacks, well-off blacks, it was a small town. I wouldn't be surprised if back
Agreed.
in like the 50s there weren't even 5,000 people in that town.
Yeah, and I doubt.
If that, it was probably shit. It wouldn't surprise me if it was 1,000.
And I doubt that the rich whites went to the high school, the same high school
No,
that
they
the rich
might
blacks
have.
went to. I doubt that.
No,
I doubt
there
that.
was a black school, there was a white school. Now,
Agreed. Right. That's what you
I
saw.
don't know back in the 50s in South Georgia if there were a whole lot of private schools. Not in Cook County, Georgia.
Do you want to know something, Stanley? I'm gonna tell you. Have you ever seen a private school up north?
Other than the ones you read about, like Exeter and Phillips, Phillips Exeter, those sorts
are
of
not even
schools, St.
private
Albans.
Do you know how many private schools are?
Now there were
held in-
Catholic schools.
Okay, listen. Do you know how many private schools are held in brownstones where like
No idea.
your rich kids are going? Right, and that's what I'm telling you. Like these people don't understand how it works. Is that like there are private schools in brownstones in New York City that people do not know are private schools, and children are just going in there and walking out, and there's few to classes, and they're getting all their education, and they're not lumped in with everyone else. Right? They're not going to the public schools.
Right.
That's
Back in those days, there weren't many private schools out in the sticks in South Georgia.
well, again, I would say I don't think you knew what was going on, just like you would walk past the brownstone today.
Okay, and you
and not know
whoa.
that there's children.
Why don't
Hold on,
equate the
Stanley,
experiences?
calm down.
How would
calm down.
okay, once again,
I'm not
I talk
challenging.
South Georgia, there were no brownstones in Adel, Georgia.
Right, agreed. But the point that I'm making is that people walk by buildings every day and they don't know what's happening in them.
Okay, this was Adel, Georgia.
And so you knew what was happening in every building?
Okay, I don't need to know. Now,
That's
let me
reality.
tell you right now. Apparently, you've never been
you
South
like a certain
North
level
Carolina,
of ignorance.
dude. No, dude. I used to spend summers there. Okay, it's a small town. People tend to know what's what. Okay, it really doesn't matter about the rich white kids wherever they went. Just assume they went to private schools.
Yeah.
There was a white
I think
high
you're
school.
missing the point.
Okay,
that I'm
I
making.
think you have no point to miss.
No,
there
I
was
think
a
you're
white.
not
See,
intelligent
things
enough
are
to
simple
understand
in the
point
deep
being
South.
made.
Things are simple in the deep South.
Things are simple
There
everywhere.
was a what? There was a white high school. there was a black high
I
school.
know. The white
Okay,
man.
so they weren't segregating the public school by rich or
Why
poor.
people like
If
you are
you're-
dangerous,
Okay,
Stanley.
dude, people like you have to constantly
People like
gish
you are
gallop
dangerous.
when I talk because you
People
know
like
I'm
you are
right,
dangerous.
and there's no way,
because you're
dude,
low intelligence most of the time.
dude. All I can say is that you don't need high intelligence to know how things work in Cook County, Georgia, back in 1950. If you're anywhere remotely familiar with the South, there was a white high school, there was a black high school, there wasn't a rich white high school and a poor white high school. They were just all white. So, anybody who wants to, you're certainly welcome to hit the link. And Ignat, your point about I'm not an asshole, I'm a homosexual. I don't even know where you come up with this sort of stuff, other than from the recesses of your perverted mind. So I will just go, oh, chuckle. That's just Ignat being ignorant. And ignorant you are. So I guess our buddies aren't going to show up. So black jobs, I just have a problem with the whole concept.
Stanley,
And
I think you and I make the same amount of enemies, and we're on opposite ends of the spectrum. Well, we're not actually. Let me not say that. We're not that far apart. We agree on certain things, but for the most part, we're kind of closely knitted. But we make the same amount of enemies on the internet.
I don't know that we make enemies. You know what? There's certain things I don't talk about, and I'm sorry. This isn't a channel that talks a whole lot of religion, and I'll nip that off at the bud. I don't do that.
Well,
So, because I find it, there's no need to involve religion in a political talk. If you want to do that, go, respectfully. It's just not something that I broach. I tend to be kind of secular about it. Whether I like it or not, I'm kind of a great grandchild of the Enlightenment. I deal with reason.
Are you a secular, worldly guy, Stanley?
A what?
Are you a secular, worldly guy?
I'm basically a Catholic on hiatus. I mean,
so you're a heathen.
even a Catholic education is gonna have a certain amount of secular stuff involved in it. We
So you're a
did
heathen.
read The Virtuous Pagans.
So you're a heathen, right?
No, I wouldn't say that. I'm a cultural Catholic.
Cultural count. Okay.
Yeah, I have a Catholic sensibility.
So you're a heathen.
Maybe to an evangelical I might be.
I'm not even an evangelical. I can understand you're a heathen. Right? Because I'm a Christian. I'm a sinner, but I'm a
Right.
Christian. Right? And so there's certain things I don't do the separation of religion because I think that's problematic.
Oh, you mean from what? Separation of state, church and state? That
No.
sort of
I'm
separation?
talking about the individual. Right? I think the individual trying to separate themselves from religion and say like I'm a Catholic, this and that.
Mhm.
I don't know if that works. Either you have your religious values or you're just a heathen. Right? Because
Oh,
your
okay.
religious
Well,
star will guide you.
man, I tend to kind of, want to be Camus. Raised a Catholic, I think it's a fine moral center. You can have the values without necessarily, being, full on devout. A little healthy agnosticism doesn't hurt anybody.
Well, I don't think you have the values. I don't think you can
Oh, I
separate the
absolutely have the
values.
values.
No. So I wasn't talking about you, Stanley. I was
Oh,
actually just making a broad statement. I don't think you, and I'm not talking the you, Stanley Cross himself, but I don't think you can have the values and then separate the religion from it. I think that's unfair to the religion. I think that's unfair to the self. And I just think it's unfair in general. Right? Because those values that you espouse came from the religion. And to try and say, oh, well, I got these values, but it just comes from me being such a great person. Like, you're a liar. And again, not you, right? I'm just talking people who do that. Like, no, you got these values from the religion. They came because of the religion. They will forever be attached to the religion. You all of a sudden just didn't wake up as the self and decide you were going to do this.
Right. Well, I mean, no one is hatched, if that's what you mean.
Right. And so to try and just act like, well, I do this and that, and but it's because I'm just a great person, and it had nothing to do with religion, and I want to separate it. That's problematic, in my opinion. That's problematic.
I don't know. I tend to the CT show format. Does he have a format? No, basically Lupin. I've just just by kind of hook or by crook, I just found that kind of the drive time. Past couple days, I didn't even bother doing a morning show. I just went ahead and did like 1 or 2 o'clock in that range, and then just went. Yesterday I went 4 hours. Today I went longer because the conversation got interesting at the end. But I'm just finding I actually get more viewers and people in the chat and stuff in the afternoon drive. So we'll try it. I'm not wedded to it, but not only that, but I actually got chores done yesterday. I actually made a pizza after the show, from scratch, that sort of thing. So I'm totally rested. I've enjoyed it at least these 2 days. Now I don't know as far as having a panel. If people want to come up, people tend to be shy up on this panel. Only the hardy souls seem to come up.
Oh, Stanley, you're a tough
Whether it's
cookie.
actual courage or liquid courage in the case of in the case of 12th Man.
Well, Stanley, you're a tough cookie.
Am I?
Yeah,
I think I'm not tough enough.
I mean, I guess you want to be a king, right? Like,
You know what? That's too much work. I'm not wedded to being a king. I am wedded to, a hierarchy. Let's just put it. And it doesn't have to be a hard and fast, like a chain of command sort of hierarchy. But dude, when the host is trying to get a point across, let it.
An authoritarian, Stanley? Does that word feel better for you?
No, right tool for the right job. But being an authoritarian isn't always the right way to go.
I don't know. I think, if you don't like democracy where everyone gets a voice, then you're either a king or an authoritarian.
I have no problem with democracy. It's just this panel is not even large enough to be a democracy. These small little groups, they don't have to be democracies. Small teams, there's usually no democracy there.
So what number does democracy start to matter, Stanley?
I would say larger than like maybe next door neighbors. You know, once you start having to use the phone or catch somebody after work, um, I'd say larger than maybe two or three families.
Okay.
Anything
So
anything smaller than that. Um,
you should have authoritarianism.
I think you should use a democracy when you can't make a decision.
So again, we're talking about the panel, right? And so I'm asking you about the
Right.
panel.
Well, that's
What?
definitely not a democracy.
So what? Right. And so you think at that point it should be authoritarianism or
I
kingship.
wouldn't say authoritarian. I think there should be a hierarchy, as I said, like the show host or the channel owner. And I see where you're going. Sometimes I personally don't have respect for the authority. if you're gonna be a show host or a channel owner, be one that I respect.
Well, at what point, right? Okay, so at what number of people are you open to have yourself opened up to
I'm
criticism?
basically saying this panel should really never be more than 4 people, maybe 5, but 9 people up on a panel, I would discourage that.
No, it gets chaotic. Not and I'm literally just using the word, not
Right.
anything at chaotic truth. But the question that I'm asking is, why is it that so what's the number where Stanley should be challenged on the panel to make this quote unquote democracy?
Stanley should never be challenged by an
Oh.
argument that. Well, hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. By an argument that the arguer can't back up with some like fact.
And
And the best facts are ones that are mutually agreed upon.
but if it's you and what, because that's a democracy, but if it's you and one other person and you decide the arguer is not making a good point, then you're just being an authoritarian or a king.
Well, let me tell you what Knightish came up yesterday.
No,
And,
Stanley, I don't need you to do that. I need you to address what I said.
Well, no, let me give you the example. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention.
He and I were basically at loggerheads over something or another. And I basically said, you know what? We'll never agree on this. Let's just move on to another topic. You know, I wasn't going to go back and forth about, something that not even that his argument was bad. It was just his point of view is different than mine. Why make everybody suffer through it? Hey, Mo Love. I mean, there are times when, we're just not going to agree. It's not that important. Why not move on to, either the next topic or farther on, And there are times when you might want to die on a hill or something. That just wasn't something I was even that super interested in.
Well, I agree with that. Right? Sometimes there's some things you just move past. I mean, it because there's bigger arguments to get to, whereas some people try to get stuck on the minutia and the small parts of it because their brain is not big enough to move forward. So I get that.
Yeah, and there are just some things like I tend to. The other thing is I didn't grow up, on the block or in the hood. My upbringing was different. Even if you just think of, when I was growing up in Savannah, I think there might have been 100,000 people. It was a small city, and there were just some things I don't know And, this whole thing about, to me, it's silly to care. You know what? Wilfred Riley today talked about, leader and follower and all that. And his response was, you know what? He's not that religious, and then he broke it down by a percentage. But, there are certain mindsets that kind of reinforce, who should lead, who should follow. Lord ADS wanted to go about, the Bible and biblical and all that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm very Catholic in that most Catholics don't think the Bible is literal. I wasn't raised, and I went 1st through 12th to Catholic school. We weren't literally, we weren't, Catholics aren't that into, the Bible, taking the Bible literally. So I don't have the same background. We're more, the word was inspired by God, or less it is the exact word of God.
Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, Stanley, right? I'm sure you've heard the term suburban radical used, right?
Not really.
Well, but you didn't say no, I've never heard it, so you've heard it.
I'm sure I've heard someone say it, but not a lot.
Right. Well, let's not get stuck there, Stanley. Let's move forward. So the term suburban radical, right? And I think a lot of times, and this is what I'll say to you when people tell you, oh, Stanley, you're not from, you shouldn't know, you don't know the hood. A lot of these people don't know the hood. They're suburban radicals. Right? And they actually have no clue of the hood. And so what they do is they sit down and argue nonstop for the hood. And that usually tells you when you're dealing with a suburban radical. Because anyone that is really from the hood will tell you, yeah, there's certain things you just got to move away from. You got to get away from it. You got to move away from it, blah, blah, blah. Right? But the suburban radicals will argue for you to stay in the hood. And will tell you and will tell you why these people are constantly right. And will tell you why these people should stay here. Right? And they will do it because it's of no consequence to them. But right. I remember, Stanley, I was listening to, I forget the guy's name, right? It's a big podcast, millions of followers. And he was talking to this book. He was talking to this woman who had written a book, right? Mm-hmm. And she was pushing for, she was pushing for single mothers and all this stuff, right? And when he had asked her, is that what she was going to do? Do you know what her response was, Stanley?
What's that?
She said, no, I would never do that. Right? And it was the oddest thing, because I'm like, wait, so why are you going out and openly promoting that? But when it comes for you in your life, you understand all the problems with it. And that is essentially what your suburban radical is, right? Is that they will advocate for blacks, many black people to be in such a position. But when you really look at them and you ask them and you look into their life, they are far from what they're advocating for.
Right.
Now, to me, that's problematic. You know why? Because I'm real. Everything that I advocate for, Stanley, I live myself. And so I don't push on people something that I'm not willing to live. I don't do that because to me, one, it's hypocritical. Two, it's destructive. Right? And three, it doesn't work for me as a person. I'm not going to be able to sleep at night.
Right. And that's kind of something similar that Nidus and I talked about. He brought up the talented 10th. and Du Bois and all that, and I'm, I had to remind him that Du Bois actually didn't come up with the term, but he is famous for using it. But I, for one, I I don't, this whole thing. I think Du Bois actually kind of got it wrong, but I understand. Let me put it to you this way: that talented 10th coming back and pulling people up the ladder behind them. That was something that was kind of, I think, even necessary back in the day, during Jim Crow and all that sort of stuff. However, I sometimes think that the Civil Rights Act, 64 through 68 or whenever, they were kind of poison pills. There was nothing saying black people after that, if the talented 10th even applies. I don't think that there's anything in 2025 obligating a quote talented 10th to come back, especially if they're not from the hood. Why would they, if they want to do it, great, but what's compelling them to do it? And I am not communitarian enough to, the joke I made is, hey, you know what? Talented 10th or black people in general are not like salmon. It's not necessary for them to swim back upstream to their spawn, where they were spawned. And I don't think that joke was taken. It was not received well. But
Stanley,
they're not salmon.
Well, Stanley, the talented 10th was meant to help the talented 10th.
I don't disagree with that.
It wasn't meant to help anyone outside of them, right? And so
I think there were people, back then who were like, hey, look, if nothing else, you can be mentors, or you can, be an example or something like that. And the other question I had is, hey, you know what? Wasn't raising a son who is not going to be a burden on society good enough?
Right. When you look at all these people, right, who get all these monies and their children's benefit from affirmative action and DEI and all that, and when you look at where they're from, right, they're not people from the ghettos that they claim to be helping. It's all a lot of nepotism, right? And I am not going to complain.
Okay, well, what does DEI have to do with nepotism?
Well, hold on. If you understand, is that the reason why I say that is because the people that push for that, they don't actually go pluck the kids from those impoverished stations and excuse me, those impoverished positions and put them there. They actually put their children and their cousins there. And so that's where the nepotism come in at, if you understand. And so it doesn't necessarily help anyone outside of the talented 10th to bring that full circle. That's the point that I'm making. Right? When you I'm sure that if we go, because again, right? Listen, whether listen, I come from a family of nepotism and this and that, and where people do their thing and blah, blah, blah. Right. And I'm telling you, I see it and I know how it goes. And there's not a lot of reaching far out. And I've seen it among everyone, Italians, whites, Jews, blacks, right. Everyone does, Hispanics. It's all about nepotism.
Correct.
And so blacks are no different. And them and the Jews seem to have this weird cover where we all have to pretend that they're plucking people from outside, but they're not. They're dealing in nepotism like everyone else. Like that. That's the point that I'm making.
I don't know. I think I'm sure there are exceptions.
Of course, there's always one plucked
But
outside.
DEI and that sort of thing tends to be more for government and corporations. These little, smaller businesses.
And they
that
still
are
do
kind of
nepotism, Stanley.
maybe. Well, I don't know about a Fortune 500 companies. One that a family doesn't. Yeah, they're gonna select people, say, from their school. I mean, even in the Navy, there's nepotism. They will tend to prefer first layer naval academy. Second layer would be other military academies and, say, Ivy League or name brand schools. Well, here's the deal. I if you are talented enough or lucky enough, I competed with Naval Academy graduates just fine.
So let me tell you this.
Because I was particularly good at some of the stuff I did.
So let me tell you this about DEI and nepotism, right? Let's say you've been running a company 40 years, blah blah blah, right? And you got Joe the janitor, right? And he's been a good janitor, right? He's been a great janitor, and he's got his grandkid, and now his grandkid is in college or has ended college. Well, guess what? You're not plucking some random person. You're going to pluck that janitor's grandkid and say, oh, your grandkid went to such and such college, right? Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. Your grandkid is eligible for this position. And that is still nepotism. Right?
Okay.
No matter how much we want to run from it, it is, right? It's still nepotism. And so it's not far from the tree. Now, I just used a janitor. Example just to say that even down to that low level, you still get nepotism. Now, it goes from the janitor up. And so the nepotism happens even in the DEI sector. That's all I'm saying. But now you and I, Stanley, right? We're going to look at this black person and we're going to say, oh, man, they plucked the black person. But guess what? Did they really? Or did this black person come from a spot where, sure, they're not Jay-Z and Beyonce, but they're not Pookie and Pookiesha. Like, they come from a family where the mother may have been a nurse, and the father probably a school teacher, and then now they're elevated. Like, it's not this like impoverished place that people want to believe it's from. A lot of it is nepotism. That's the point that I'm making.
Okay. Let me address Brian Nichols here. Brian, there is no legal or there's no legal mechanism for undoing a pardon, even if it's done with an auto pen. The other thing is they're not going to be able to prove Biden's mental state. And I can't even see the Supreme Court undoing something. The Constitution is clear. The president has the power, and there are no ifs, ands, or buts. The only exception is impeachments. So it's a MAGA fantasy. There's literally no way you can do it. There's just literally no pathway to undo a presidential pardon. DOJ doesn't matter. DOJ can't invent laws. And even if Congress decided, hey, we're going to pass a law, it wouldn't pass a constitutional test. It's an Article 1 power. There's no legal mechanism to check it constitutionally. they don't have that kind of oversight. So keep wishing. They will basically have to invent new charges, which, I wouldn't put them past it. But knowing the Constitution or having somewhat of an understanding of it helps with arguments like this.
Yeah.
And hopefully it gets to crush the amateur hour arguments.
Yep, you're right.
And that's a wonderful thing sometimes about the Constitution. You don't have to actually be, a lawyer. Sometimes it's actually pretty clear.
Yeah, it's common sense.
Well, not always, but ooh, I like this. Let's have a look at this. The title of this is "Racism is a White Problem." And
what's funny about that?
Well, so many people aren't able to put it that succinctly.
Yeah. How's it going, America?
I don't think he's going to acknowledge your presence.
I
was hoping.
Stanley, who wrote this,
mm-hmm.
Stanley? Who
wrote what?
This article or video that you're showing?
It's a guy. It just popped into my algorithm. I have no idea who he is, but it's Vic Myers. 105,000. It's called Resistor Vic. The channel is called.
Thank you, Stanley.
You're welcome, buddy.
So let's see what he has to say. It's only 3 minutes.
Vic Myers, welcome to the Resistance. I've been trying for a while now to figure out how to talk about something that's been on my mind, and recent events, I think, finally pushed it up. What I want to say is that racism is a white people problem. A white people problem that others are forced to live with. As a white man, I've never had to be afraid of being pulled over by the cops. As a white father, I've never had to have that special talk with my kids about not looking wrong or saying the wrong thing to a cop for fear that they wouldn't come home again.
I agree with him. I've never had
had to worry about being turned down for a mortgage because of the color of my skin or where to go jogging.
3 for 3.
Never had to worry that I could be scooped up by ICE just for looking like I might belong to the wrong group.
Here I am, 5 for 5.
I've never committed the misdemeanor crime of selling cigarettes.
6 for 6.
But if I did...
Well, it wasn't cigarettes. It was passing a 50 fake. Was it a 20 or 50? I can't remember now.
20.
But the bottom line is, even in that case, the cop. It wasn't the cop's job to be the executioner, judge, jury, and executioner.
It wouldn't be a capital
the cop
offense.
Wasn't the executioner.
These are things that people of color have
yeah,
to
I think he
deal with
was. That's
every
why he's in
stinking
jail.
day. These are things that white people allow,
I disagree. He's in jail
that
for
white
political
people
reasons.
cause. I think I'm finally
Okay.
ready to talk about it now because of the state that our country's in, the permission that Donald Trump has given for racist behavior, and the hope I recently felt when I saw the latest poll numbers. For reasons that never made
Donald
sense
Trump
to me,
calls George Floyd.
Donald Trump has gained support.
No, he didn't say that. You want me to rewind it a bit?
Yeah, go back because he right after he said George Floyd, he introduced Donald Trump and said Donald Trump caused.
So if he ended the sentence in a period and started a new paragraph, I think that's permissible.
Because of the state that our country's in, the permission that Donald Trump has given for racist behavior.
He's
and the hope I recently felt when I saw that.
I agree with him. Donald Trump has done weapons free with racist behavior.
So Donald Trump gave permission to George Floyd. Okay, copy. I mean,
no, he said
Derek
to
Chauvin.
racist behavior. Once again,
Sure.
you're doing an ellipse when there were actual words there.
Sure, Stanley.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
an
he is,
ellipsis.
Sam. That's exactly what he doing.
Dude, didn't he talk? He went from George Floyd to dude, this is way he talked about George Floyd. Let's start it from the George Floyd. That's like seconds ago.
Of selling cigarettes. But if I did, it wouldn't be a capital offense. These are things that people of color have to deal with every stinking day. These are things that white people allow, that white people cause.
Trump, yeah.
I think I'm finally ready to talk about it
No
now.
one cares about white drug addicts.
Because of the state that our country's in, the permission that Donald Trump has given for racist behavior, and the hope I recently felt when I saw the latest poll numbers.
Like, I don't care
For
about
reasons that
white
never
drug
made
addicts.
sense to me.
Let them die.
Donald Trump has gained support in nearly
not
every
all about you.
demographic when he won his last election, including non-white communities. But now, recent polling suggests that just about everybody is finally seeing him for what he is. They're seeing his racism, and the racism emanating from this administration like stink from a skunk.
Ooh.
And they're saying it's not okay. He's lost everything that he gained, and then some, among all these groups. Well, every group except one. That one group is white, non-college educated men, the last
That's not
stronghold
correct.
of Trump's race-based politics.
I
That's
agree.
incorrect.
Polling
It's
indicates that the
incorrect.
majority of this group is still standing solidly behind Trump and his policies.
Incorrect.
Unfortunately
I
for
agree.
them, they're not going to be any better off under Trump's policies than anybody else.
Here, I'm going to put the link in the
maybe.
chat if you want to
Maybe
click
one
and
day they'll realize
leave a
that their
comment.
racism isn't worth what they're losing. And maybe the rest of us will realize something too, that racism is a white people problem, and it's up to white people to solve it. It's up to white people to call it out among their coworkers, their friends, and their family.
I
It's
agree.
up to white people to be the loudest and proclaim that racism is no longer acceptable in American institutions. It's up to white people to make sure that we're not voting for the racists. Thanks for
He's
listening.
right.
This white man is gay.
He's right, Stan.
Yeah, well, I mean, I literally in my little introduction, my little opening song here, in the other, I have two different ones, and one of them I literally say that American culture, as it stands, is a white people problem.
Yep. We gotta fix it.
You know what? I fix it or don't fix it. It doesn't either way. It's still a problem. Whether you choose to leave it as a problem or fix the problem, it's not really up to black people.
No, it's not.
We're
It's the white
we're
folks.
just here and we're just here riding a bus.
Yep, it's the white folks' problem.
The smart ones anyway.
Yeah, I think this guy is just gay babbling to make you feel better.
Really?
Yeah.
And how am I doing that, bud?
Oh, he's talking about the guy in the video.
Oh, I thought he was talking about me. It's pardon me.
No, it's not all about you, JB.
Well, pardon me.
Yeah, I don't. This guy is just another fool babbling. Doesn't know what he's talking about, and trying to make a video to go viral. That's all it is.
So you don't agree with any of the points that he made, though? Don't get quiet now. I'm asking you a question.
I guess I'm gonna have to be the go-between.
Well,
No,
do
he doesn't.
you agree with some of his
He
things?
thinks black. No, I agree with him, but I think American Man thinks that black people bring the racist behaviors on themselves and are sometimes deserved. Right, American Man?
No, Stanley, you're incorrect. I don't think everything begins and ends with racism, Stanley.
Oh
Well, I
no,
agree with him on that.
that wasn't what I said. I said you think that black people, at least sometimes, deserve the racism or the racist attitudes because of their actions.
I disagree with you, Stanley.
Okay.
I wholeheartedly disagree with you. I don't. First of all, right? I think we confuse racism with prejudice often.
No. I don't.
No,
I know.
I know you don't.
I know that all racist attitudes are due to prejudice. There are other types of prejudice, ones that can there are other prejudices than race prejudices, but all race prejudices are prejudice. So I know the distinction.
Well, I don't think you do.
There are people like Randy Newman who
we
just
don't think you do, but
didn't like short people. Nothing to do with race. That prejudice against short people had nothing to do with race. It was height.
You got an echo in the background, Stanley. Every time I say something, there's some echo that keeps going on about something.
I asshole.
I think you gotta fix that echo, Stanley.
Oh yeah. So he just had a phone call. So he dropped off. But anyway, I know the difference. And I don't know. To be honest, most people, I guess, are. It's almost 9:00. Most people seem to be heading off to their beds or dinner or what have you. So you're back on days, right?
Yes, sir.
Good for you.
And you know what's funny, Stanley? I barely, yesterday, Stanley, right? I went into work saying to myself, I'm going to work 6 hours. And guess what?
How many did you wind up working?
Almost 12.
Yeah, I've done that before. And then you kick yourself when you're done.
Oh my God, damn! What's going on?
Well, let me tell you, this is years and years and years ago. I helped open an import distribution center for Home Depot in Savannah. And it was I don't even think the warehouse was functioning yet. We were still like storing stuff. And I'd been up on a forklift all day. And, I ran over a little angle iron. It wasn't a major accident, but, I was kind of gung ho about these sorts of things. It didn't no damage other than to the angle iron, kind of bent, it's a location marker. So anyway, I reported it and all that stuff. So, part of the investigation, one of the questions is, how long have you been working? And as soon as they asked me that question, I was like, oh shit, I've been here 16 hours up, off and on a forklift. And, as soon as my boss asked me that question, I'm like, you know what? I guess I better go. Because I was tired. I was just kind of, I was single, had nothing better to do, apparently. And I moseyed on out. It's like, dude, you know what? You can be tired and not really even realize how much, and up on a forklift, that can be dangerous.
Agreed. But yeah, I work, listen, today I did put in about 6 hours today. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm going home. There's nothing more for me.
Right.
Went and did what I had to do. But I was telling my nephew, right? Like of the 3 months that I worked overnight, I said I probably worked a month fully. If I had to put it all into perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 2 months was literally just like guiding the young guys.
Right.
and he understood because he's sort of going down the path, and he understands. And I'm just like, yeah, bro. Like, there's like most of the time, I know why I was asked, and I know why I was put there.
Right.
What is this woman doing?
This is Luba. We like her channel. We're big fans, and apparently it's getting cold in Ukraine. Usually she's wearing a lot more revealing clothes, but a tight t-shirt works. And she cooks outdoors. It's the title of the channel is "Life in a Ukrainian Village" or something. Yeah, Luba from Ukraine. So wherever she is in Ukraine, the Russians haven't gotten to yet. And she does a lot of outdoor grilling and stuff like that. And as you can see, she is quite the shapely woman.
Well, Stanley likes those baby making hips, huh?
Oh no, those days are over for me.
Well, they're over for her, probably not for you.
I don't know. I can't. She's probably in her early 40s, maybe. I think she's, really attractive, but she's just kind of eye candy for, when we're sitting here just chit chatting. I was hoping my darling Mo Love would come up, but yes. Oh, she's still out there. Hit the link if you want, Mo Love. The more the merrier.
Look at Stanley.
But anyway, I like cooking type videos. I could literally watch them. They're my ASMR, I guess.
Stanley likes busty Ukrainians, huh?
Likes what?
Busty Ukrainians.
Musty?
Busty.
Oh, busty. I appreciate a good looking woman as much as any other red-blooded American man. No pun intended.
Yeah,
she's got decent knife skills too, by the way.
Yeah, I'm looking at her knife skills. They are
knife.
Pretty nice.
Knife.
Yes, knife. Did I say nice? Yes, her knife skills are pretty great. But as they should be.
Now I am kind of interested to know what she's gonna do. I guess she's gonna grill the squid, which sounds vaguely raunchy. There's her dog.
The squid in general is disgusting, but
oh, I love calamari. Hopefully she fries it.
Not surprising, Stanley. This actually makes full sense.
So a calamari?
Yeah, sure. The calamari.
And getting it fresh. I don't think I've ever prepared fresh calamari.
Well, are you in a region where you can capture fresh calamari?
Well, I used to be Savannah. I grew up on the coast, but it wasn't something we, ate a lot or any. I don't ever remember. My mother was kind of picky when it came to seafood and stuff like that. And squid probably wouldn't have been something that she would want to prepare.
Yeah, I don't eat any of that. That squid, that stuff is gross.
Oh, it is awesome. If you eat shrimp, to me, squid is better tasting than things like shrimp. Crabs, I've never been super fond of.
I don't eat any of that. None of
Oh,
it.
I see. You're strictly a turf guy. No surf, just turf.
Well, I mean, I do eat salmon and whiting and all that stupidity, but all that shellfish I don't do.
I wonder, did she ever worry about singeing her hair? You know, bending that low to the grill with the fire going.
Well, I think that she sort of knows how it's done to keep her hair from singeing. So, look at Stanley. This is what Stanley likes, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone pay attention.
No, it's strictly the cooking.
Sure, Stanley, sure. So Stanley likes a nice, healthy, thick European woman. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
Well,
not particularly.
Which you guys call
you know,
thick, yes.
I am actually kind of curious though. The other thing I really like is not so much in the winter, but people who cook outdoors a lot. I think cooking outdoors is just so much better. You don't, there's no kitchen cleanup or anything like that. I wish more people did it, or wonder why more people don't.
Well, the dishes that I'm watching her use seems like there's a significant amount of cleanup because she's using all the inside dishes that they just are outside, and so she has to clean up.
Yeah, you just hose them off. There's no dawn.
Is that it, Sally? You just hose them off?
I guess. There's no dawn or soapy water or anything. Just rinse them off. Especially the cast iron. Now that she has I would like to know where she is in Ukraine, where she can grow pineapples.
Well, she doesn't necessarily have to grow them in Ukraine, Stanley. She's just cooking.
I'm sorry?
She does not necessarily have to grow them in Ukraine. She's just cooking.
Well, she just pulled them off the plant. Pulled this one right off the plant.
Did she?
Now, it wasn't a big plant. Oddly enough, I like pineapple out of a can or something like that. I'm not that big a fan of like pineapple on pizza, or people use it to, I can't imagine what she's gonna do with pineapple in this dish. Nothing that I would want to eat.
Well, she's gonna throw.
I'll eat
she's gonna
everything,
throw
but
it.
don't put pineapple on it.
Well, she's making the sweet and savory.
Yeah, like sweet and sour chicken. I don't eat that stuff. I don't,
Well,
want my
I didn't say
chicken savory.
sour. I didn't say sour. I said
But what did I
savory.
say? Like the sweet and savory, I'm not particularly, other than fruitcake. That's the only sweet and savory I can think of that I actually like.
See how she
Not-
added it? Sweet and savory.
Ugh. Yeah, I wouldn't be eating that. That's some sort of, I don't even know what that's called. It's some sort of squid salad.
Let me ask you a question, Stanley. Have you ever had potato salad made with yogurt?
No, but I could see that. Potato salad. Now mayonnaise isn't dairy. I could see someone like maybe with like a dill. You know how you can take yogurt and then you can put dill in it.
Yeah, if
I
you
forget what
if
the I
you
forget what the like it's Middle Easterners take yogurt and mix it with dill and stuff like that. Yeah, I can see
yes,
that.
if you ever had potato salad made
I've never had potato salad made like that, but I would eat it.
by a European Jew, it's fucking great.
Really.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, you know what? I have no problem with eating ethnic foods. And as a matter of fact, shit, I make potato salad every now and again, and I do actually have yogurt. You at Walmart, you can buy them in little 5-ounce cups for individual servings, which I don't ever use. My
Well,
son will make
well, it's not.
smoothies and stuff.
Well, it's not that like flavored yogurt. It's like
Yeah, it's like Greek yogurt. Yeah.
yeah,
No, you can get plain yogurt in those 5-ounce cups.
yeah. And you get a potato salad made with that. Oh, it's fucking amazing. But you know
I
you
will
gotta.
definitely try it next time. I actually don't have any potatoes, but yeah, that yogurt, cucumber, dill combination is killer. Now I'm not sure what the za'atar, or I'm not sure exactly what spices you would put in there, but yeah, it's worth trying.
Hey, Stanley, I understand why you watch her. I get it.
Yeah, it's a
food's
pleasant
great.
little cooking show.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Her like she does great melons.
And it's one of these shows I don't even have to have the sound on. Mainly because she
Agreed.
doesn't speak English. I've never heard her speak at all.
Look at her tattoo. You see that? She has her
Yeah, that's I'm not into that. Just not my shtick.
she had her Pete Hegfest tattoo. What's the name? Oh, she has her Nazi tattoo. Stanley's willing to overlook that, huh?
No, I'm not, actually.
Yeah, I don't know that's a Nazi tattoo.
I'll never understand why women will take perfectly good skin and tattoo
Oh,
it
they
up.
shouldn't. They shouldn't. They absolutely should not. 100%. No woman.
To
should
be
have
honest, I don't
tattoo
really
skin.
understand why men do it either, but
Well, men I could give some understanding to, but women,
exactly.
you should not tattoo your skin. Look at those loins that she's seasoning. Huh? Let me. I'm an asshole. Well, not really.
No, I don't know. I don't
No,
know
I'm
that they
not.
want to
I'm
be
just a
like
man.
men. I don't know where he gets that from.
But I didn't say that. But
Yeah, I
here we go with the
saw that.
pineapple.
Orthodox guy. Actually, I'm kind of jealous because he started after. I think he started after I went independent.
No, Orthodox guy was
so,
before you,
he's-
sir.
Was he really?
Yes.
But I mean, that's fine. I mean, they're just look. I would say, like in the past, I'm up to 237. Shoot, just in the past couple of days, I think I've gotten 5 subs. So, there've been some really good people, who are like, hey, feel free to drop your channel and all that stuff. But the thing is, the people kind of know what they're getting into. So, if it's slow growing, that's fine. Most of the people just kind of know,
Hey, Stanley, what does she say she's wrapping the pineapple in?
She doesn't. I'm just assuming it's
Looks
it
like
looks
pork.
like pork. It looks like pork. Let's see. Let's hold on one sec. Let me pork ribs. Okay, so those are pork ribs. I've seen her do something like this before. So it's
I'm
seafood,
pretty
rice,
sure.
chicken, and pork ribs. And
Yeah,
it's
I'm pretty
probably just
sure.
she deboned them. Might be the actual loin, maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that those pork ribs came out
Oh,
really good.
this is a different video. Yeah, it's not
No,
the
no,
same
I
one.
know.
See her
I
outfits change.
no, I know
I've
that, but I'm
seen this
just saying
particular
it looks
video
good.
before.
Yeah, but what
Uh,
I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure that looks good. Wrapping that in pineapple.
I don't know whether that's her husband or her father. He's older, but could very well be her mate.
Well, I'm going to give you a secret. I'm going to give you a secret that I think you experienced the other day as I watched your stream when the blacks tried to call you a pedophile.
Who?
The blacks.
Oh yeah. You know what? I don't fall for that shit. That was on Nightish's show, wasn't it?
Yes, but what I'm saying is, I think, and you alluded to this point where, like, back in the day, women would marry older men, and I think
Yeah.
that tradition has not gone as far as we'd like to believe. Now, it may have evolved, but it has not gone as far as we'd like to believe.
Well, let me tell you something. There was a bit of an age difference between my father's father and his mother. And I can't remember. I'd have to think to figure out what the age difference was, but it was at least 10 years, if not more. It was probably about 10 years now that I think about it, which isn't, that big a deal. But, these people seem to just, well, number one, they personalize their arguments. Like if it was my daughter, well, that is you and your daughter. But the thing is I tend to not even want to say whether it's right or wrong. It's legal. And I don't know why you even need to go farther than that. Tell me how you feel if it was your daughter, but it means nothing to my point. It's legal.
Well, Stanley,
Whether you personally approve or not really is none of your business.
I'm going to say this, all right? These are all the same people that, you know what? I'm not going to say it. I'm going to be quiet. But I'll say this.
No,
right?
I'm sure I
same-
know where, at least somewhere near where you're going. I think it's just literally people who don't know how to argue points except from their emotions and in their point of view. And the other thing is you can care too much. Like I don't really care. If I knew like my next door neighbor who was, 50 something,
Well,
decided to, marry some young girl, and
let me say
it's
this,
not
right,
illegal.
Stanley? Well, let me say this, Stanley, right? I disagree with this.
But they'll
I
vote
will
for
say-
a man. They'll vote for a man who is like 30 years. Anyway, that's besides the point, to be honest.
But I will say this, right? These are also the same people that will vote not vote, but these are also the same people that will sell their daughters to R. Kelly.
I don't know about all that.
Well, I mean, if you look at the evidence, it's there.
I don't think anybody on that panel would have.
I
I don't know about that.
All I'm telling you is, I'm not saying they per se would have done it, but what I'm saying is when you look at the optics of R. Kelly and how he got all these young children, it just shows you that clearly the parents were involved. But no one wants to talk about that. We all have to
Well, I'm
pretend
gonna be
that
honest.
that's not
I
a thing.
didn't, other than kind of like the surface level of it all. I was never even that big a fan of R. Kelly,
No,
so
no, no,
you know,
no,
it
no, no.
really
I'm not talking
didn't.
about being a fan. I'm not talking about
Well,
being a
yeah,
fan.
but what I'm saying is, I didn't keep up with the ins and outs. I barely kept up with the story.
Right. But the reality of it was that these people pretended. These people pretended as if like R. Kelly was stealing children, and he's never been accused of stealing anyone's child. And when all the evidence had to be shown, did you notice it showed that like the parents were involved? So it's really weird. That's the point that I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. Is that when the evidence was shown, it was shown that the parents were involved. And so you got to ask yourself, why are the parents involved?
Well, why would I ask myself that?
Because we're accusing him of being this great molester, but yet when you look at the facts of it, the parents are involved.
Mm-hmm.
And so is he the great molester, or are the parents negligent? But
Well, it is kind of curious that you didn't hear much about, or maybe the parents lied. Who
right,
is
so that
wait, what do you mean you can be Julie Andrews' sugar daddy? She's got to be close to 90. How?
well, it's probably someone trolling you, Stanley.
No, he means Helen Andrews. This that young lady we were watching. She's probably to the right of MAGA. So you really meant Julie Andrews? Man, she's 95. Damn, I'm getting old. My wife and I used to watch up in the DC area. I don't know whether it was like a cable channel or what, but every Easter they would show The Sound of Music. It was kind of a tradition, and I would get a store-bought rabbit, and we would eat fried rabbit for dinner on Easter, and and watch The Sound of Music.
I definitely understand why this chick is that big.
Yeah,
Like
she's
as good as it looks, the food, I definitely understand
Oh,
why
I thought
she's
you
that
meant her
big.
channel.
No, I mean her legs and arms. Like I get it. It's a little too big for my liking, but I get why she is that big.
Hey, you know what? You eat good, things like this are gonna happen.
She eats good, you eat good, everyone eats good, right? Like everyone's happy.
You would be Julie Andrews' sugar daddy? Wow. Okay, that is a notion. Let's see what else is going on here. Well, I was hoping Ooh, Ann Applebaum says Americans are not angry enough. Oh, we will definitely have to show that.
Well, she's injecting that turkey.
Yeah, my wife was a big fan of that sort of thing.
Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with
I am
injecting
not a
turkeys and chickens.
fan of that.
Why not? What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I just, beer can turkey, or, there are ways to do it without injecting it. And I don't know why. Maybe I just don't like needles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the problem with injecting a turkey or a chicken.
It's funny. I did not like needles until I was older. Like when in my 20s, I mean, I could look at the needle and have no problems with it. But
why did she do pineapple? Is that native to Ukraine? Like, am I missing something? What? Why is everything
it could
pineapple?
just be that they don't, they probably fruit doesn't really grow that well in Ukraine. They just like some tropical stuff.
Like, I mean, I would believe pineapples are native to Ukraine the way she's using it to every food, right? I'm just saying.
Maybe she just likes pineapples.
Maybe she just likes pineapple. Or maybe it's native, right? It could be. But she's using a lot of pineapple. Maybe that.
I'm looking at a video here. I'm not watching it. Called "Black People Should Not Be Christian." Should not be Christian. I've heard people say that before. Black people say that.
Yeah,
before.
I wouldn't. I would. Again, right? And I'm going to say this, and I know. I know you disagree, Stanley, but a lot of this is just anti-whiteness.
I would say it's almost all something, of that ilk.
Agreed. A lot of this is just anti-whiteness, right? Like if white people said, hey, we should drink mountain water, black people would be like, why black people should be anti-drinking mountain water, right? Or why we should be drinking from aluminum soda cans and this and that. Like a lot of it just doesn't stand up to the reality, because a lot of it is just anti-whiteness. And God forbid Trump.
Yeah, well, let me speak up for my anti-white brethren.
And God forbid Trump says drink mountain
actually,
water. Black people will start drinking out the sewer.
well, I
Not
actually
all,
think
but
black
most.
I think black people, whoever they might be, who are anti-white, have a better reason than white people have for being anti-black.
I disagree. I think a lot of people who are anti-white that are not millionaires are followers, and those that are millionaires are doing it to remain millionaires.
I'm not.
As they sleep with white people.
I don't care about any of that. My point is that
don't.
I think if you look at American history, black people would have a better argument for being anti-white than vice versa. That's my only point. The rest of it is just kind of esoterica.
Well, the thing is, Stanley, I don't really care about. I don't care about black people that sleep with white people. That generally has no bearing on my life. But I think it reaches a point where like you try to go too far, and it's like you're telling everyone else white people are this huge problem, but like you sleep with white people every night. It's like you look like a fool.
Yeah, well,
You know, i.e. Don Lemon. You know, i.e.
I tend to be a
Kareem John
little
Pierre.
different in that I think white people are white people's biggest problem.
What is that she's smearing all over it? Because that's not the thing she
Looks
put in
like
the
some
bowl.
sort of spice
That's
rub.
another meat. No, that's another meat that she was just putting all over it. Whatever she's making looks good. And like I understand why she's the size she is, and all of that looks really good. But
Well,
like,
many people would just say she's kind of Ruben-esque.
I mean, black men would kill to have a woman like. Anyway, let me
Would they?
stop. Of course, like they're dealing with massive.
I don't think they would.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, but I don't know about young people. Like someone my age, I have no problems with her. You know,
No, young people.
People my age don't get voluptuous women like that.
Young black men now are just completely turned off by like anything overweight, and I see why
Is that
they
right?
should be. Yes. Young black men now are completely turned off. Like not all, but a lot of young black men now are just like, I want nothing to do with any woman that.
Well, do you think they fear? You think they fear the grocery bills? It's
Stanley,
a joke.
Stop it. Stop it, Stanley.
I can't.
Stop it.
I can't afford to feed this woman, especially now that the EBT is run out.
EBT. Come on, Stanley. Why'd you take away their EBT, Stanley?
Oh, I didn't take it away.
You voted to keep it, right, Stanley?
Well, I didn't have a direct vote since I'm not a voting member of Congress.
You know what, Stanley? What's your take on EBT in this situation we're facing now?
I think that any threat of hurting Americans, I guess you missed that part. I think anything that hurts Americans, you make exceptions to. You know, if the Republican argument is that, hey, these Democrats want to give medical benefits to illegal aliens, I don't care. If Americans are going to be hurt, you make an exception.
Well, you kind of should care.
You
kind of should care.
Especially if, it's Obamacare premiums, and the only thing that, number one, you have to be a citizen or some sort of, you have to have a legal status to get Obamacare, and the only care that, like emergency care, I don't know why you would be upset at, even an illegal getting emergency care. You don't want people dying. You want the emergencies taken care of.
If an illegal came to this country illegally and they're doing things illegally and you die in this country, put you in a brown box that costs 10 cents to make it, send you back. So I'm okay with that.
Right, but the thing is even if you want to have that attitude, Americans should not be hurt. Okay, the answer, like I said, thou shalt not harm Americans, and thou shalt make exceptions if that's a possibility.
So let me ask you a question, Stanley. Americans should not be hurt. Americans should also not be tied to illegals.
You know what? That's already happened. In getting, especially
but
the other thing is, look, Trump is actively deporting these people,
We should
even if
not
it's a
be tied to
even
illegals.
if it's a problem, it will be a temporary problem.
Stanley, we should
Americans
not be
should
tied
not
to
be
illegals.
Americans should not be hurt by people that are just going to be a temporary problem.
Americans should not be tied to illegals.
Americans shall not
I know
be
that hurts your
hurt
feelings,
by
Stanley.
the people they elected to not hurt them.
And if it means,
shouldn't.
and if it means that you have to feel a little pain to untie you from illegals, you have to deal
So
with
be
it.
it.
You should not
I
be tied
don't
to
think
illegals.
I don't think jacking up insurance premiums are a good argument. Having illegals get emergency care is just not a good enough argument to have premiums go up if it can be avoided.
Here's where I think you're a fool, Stanley, is that you believe
I don't
that
care whether I'm a fool or not.
Well,
we
I know you
don't
don't.
elect these politicians to shut down the government.
Here's the thing. Agreed. We also do not elect politicians to say, well, Americans won't have anything if illegals don't have anything. We don't elect them to do that.
Yeah, I don't take that side of the argument, as you
Well, I know
as
you
you
don't.
probably well know.
I know.
Democrats
You think that-
Democrats don't
I know.
control
I know what you
Democrats
think. I know what you think.
Democrats do not control the government. Hey, you know what? It is the Republican government, all three
Democrats
branches,
do
and
control the government.
it
Talking about-
is on them.
What are you talking about, Stanley? You're a fool for talking like that. And I'm the only
No,
one that's
I
going to
don't
come
have-
up there and
I-
tell
hey,
you that.
I'm a fool for pointing out the
No one else is
reality,
gonna
which
say
cannot
that. I'm
be.
gonna say
You
it.
have
You're a
no
fool,
argument to defeat
for talking
who's
like
in
that.
control of this government. I know it, and you know it.
The Republicans did not lose control. They just will not let Democrats.
American
control to feed
Republicans
illegals.
are. It is a Republican government we are under, all three branches. Kind of like the captain of a ship. Doesn't
And if
matter.
that's the case, the government wouldn't be
Does
shut
not
down.
matter if some little E1 down
Democrats
there
have
who has no
control
power
everything.
over the ship.
The Democrats
Bottom line
keep
is you're the
voting
captain.
against it. Stanley, you sound like a fool, sir.
Oh,
Someone
I'm
needs
sure.
to tell you.
I'm
I
sure.
hate to be the guy
I'm
to
sure
do
I
it.
do sound like a fool to the likes of you.
I hate to be Stanley. I hate to be the guy to do it, but you sound like a fool, right? And I do it with
Yeah,
love.
well, you
Stanley.
know what?
Don't think I do it.
You telling
think I
me
do
I
it out of
sound like a fool.
out
You telling me I sound like a
I need to
fool
tell you,
doesn't
you
have
sound
the
like a
effect
fool.
one might think it does.
No, it has the absolute effect it should. You sound like a fool, Stanley.
Hey, you know what? Like I said, it's not having the effect you might think it does.
No, it does. You sound like a fool, right? And
Hey,
and again,
you know what?
And I
Hey,
say that
coming
I don't
from
say it
you,
with-
coming from you, that might actually be a compliment.
I don't say it. I don't say it with any
If
pleasure.
it doesn't make sense to you, then
I don't
I'll
say
just
that.
say it makes perfect sense to all sane people.
Stanley, I don't say it with any pleasure, right? I don't call you a fool with pleasure. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
well,
call you a fool. I call you a fool, Stanley. Just knowing that someone needs to say it to you.
and
Right?
now
No,
that it's said,
it's
and
not
now
what
that it's said, I'm gonna pretend I'm a duck and your words are rain is rolling off my back.
Well, that's fine, but someone needs to say it to you. You're a fool, Stanley. And if you think that Americans should be tied to immigrants, you're the biggest fool. You're the biggest fool. And again, I said
Okay,
that.
if you say so. You
I
said
did
that
that.
several times. It's
did that with
no
some
longer. If it had an
You know,
effect,
I
it's definitely
said that.
definitely.
No pleasure.
Let's see. Look at these. Look at Brian Nichols. I'm wrong about the government. How, Brian?
Stanley, yes, Stanley. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong.
Oh, I'm not wrong.
And that's why I say you're a
I
fool. right?
I am very confident that we have a Republican president, if you want to call him that. We have a Congress with both houses.
Democrat.
Majorities are Republicans, and we've got a Supreme Court that is in the bag for
Yo,
that.
you sound like a fool, Stanley.
I sound like someone who has firm command of the facts.
You're a fool, Stanley, and it hurts my heart because
You can call me a fool all you want, but you and I know who's in charge of this government. All three branches.
And hey, Stanley, you say that,
And to be honest, Trump is in charge of all of it.
Stanley, you say that, but you know that you have to have 60 to win.
Yes, and Republicans being the majority, they know how to get 60.
But Stanley, I want to say this.
If you want 60 as leaders, what's his name? Damn it, the leader of the Senate, begins with a T. Can't think of his name. I will in a minute, but he knows how to get his 60.
Dude, Mike Johnson?
No. Not the Speaker of the House, the Senate Majority Leader. He knows how to get 60.
Ooh, Schumer?
No, the leader, the Republican leader. Begins with a T. Hold on one second. I guess I could Google it. The name isn't coming.
Well, while you do that, Stanley, let me just bring this up on the sidebar. I was speaking with blacks. Well, I speak with blacks fairly regularly.
John Thune. I'm sorry, that's his name. Leader Thune.
Well, Thune knows that. Anyway, so I was speaking with blacks, and blacks actually likes you. He has no, which I'm sure you know, right? And I say this as someone that speaks with him, right? Not saying that as someone that's just assuming, right? Blacks and I have a fairly high view of you, Stan.
Well, that's nice of you. Very kind.
And look, we don't have high views of most of you people. Yep. Like,
wow.
We don't have high views of most of you people.
Talk about othering.
But we also right. We also understand that you have a high view of us, and so that's the common denominator of it all, right? And so even though blacks and myself may disagree with you, we still have a very high view of you, and we understand your reverence and respect, and so it is reciprocated. It is reciprocated. And for you fools understand, for you fools out there that don't understand, blacks are a lot closer aligned than you people will ever be with him.
Let's see. Apparently, let's see. What
That's
is
scary
Deacon
for you,
Dave
too.
up to? Let's see. What else do we have here? We could go political, or we could.
No, Stanley, are you surprised that blacks and I are a lot closer aligned than you? Well, I think you.
No, I mean you blacks, SKC, Deacon Dave, I tend to understand at least where. Look, I've said this plenty of times, and I was speaking of SKC at the time, but people are going to disagree. If I can just understand, where the arguments are grounded, I don't have a problem with disagreements. It's just too many people in this particular sphere talk, get up here and spew talking points and don't know their own arguments.
Yeah, well, that's not myself, and that's not blacks. Like,
Well, I literally said there are about 5 of you up here.
right? Like, and
A lot of blacks don't understand they are being replaced by illegals. I think that's already happened, if you want to call it that. Thanks, Brian, for the news update after about 20 or 30 years.
well, I think Brian Nichols is actually saying something that's true. Very
Oh, is
true.
he? It's we're actively being replaced in October of 2025. Really? Then Trump isn't doing the job we think he's doing, huh?
A lot of you guys voted for, like, Stanley, you voted for your own replacement, and you don't.
Nah, nobody can replace me. I'm not overly worried.
Yeah, that's the problem, and that's why I say you're a fool, because you don't actively realize it.
Oh, I don't need to. I'm not being replaced. Number one, I'm retired, so anybody who wants to replace me in retirement, that's fine. And then the other thing is, I made sure, for better or for worse, my son is at the type of school the reputation will precede him. If he gets replaced, it will be someone who's actually smarter than he is, and those people do exist.
I think you're a fool.
But there'll be somewhere for him.
I think that's why, Stanley, I'm actually more pro-black than you will ever be.
Oh, absolutely, you are.
Right?
You were just John Galt, who stays sober more often than not.
You try to place me with John Galt because
no, I'm talking about being pro-black.
Because you have no better argument. I get it.
No, I don't have an argument at all.
I know. You have no better.
Why would I argue that you're more pro-black than me?
Place me with John Galt.
Oh, it was kind of a joke, but I was also kind of serious.
You were serious.
John is very pro-black, is he not?
That do this thing where they're like, make this comment and then like, I'm joking. No, you're serious.
Well, no, is John as pro-black as you are?
I don't know. I don't know why we're bringing up John Galt. We're talking about Stanley.
The joke was just you're more sober generally. That was the joke. The pro-black part, no, I was serious about.
I got that, but like as far as the whole pro-black part, I don't know why you're bringing up John Galt. And so I'm not here
because I think he's pro-black. Most people wouldn't think that he is. It's such a odd juxtaposition given how he talks about blacks. But he is, to be honest, John Galt is probably the most pro-black I know.
Well, yeah, I'm not speaking on John Galt because that's not what I'm talking about. That's a you and him battle. And I want nothing.
Oh, no, there's no battle. He has a battle with me, not vice versa.
Yeah, I don't care. I have nothing to do with that.
Touche.
All right. And I've told you that before, and I will continue to stand in that. I have nothing to do with that.
Good for you. You're consistent.
All right. And so, but your thing of like, I don't.
See, even Brian Nichols says he's more pro-black than me.
Well, I mean, Stanley, to be honest, you're not really like there's nothing pro-black about you. You're just American.
I am
American.
quite the.
You're
I think I think there's nothing wrong with black people. I think we are perfectly capable of doing whatever we're educated enough to do.
You're American.
And I, as a matter of fact, I don't think black people should do groupthink.
You are American, Stanley, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're American, and you should be. I don't have no problem with you being American. But when you talk about who's black and what black and this black, you should shut your pie hole because
no, I tend to try and not do the race stuff.
No, you do.
That's why I think that there are
when
black
you put up a post about
plural.
blacks, Stanley, you should just shut up.
I'm sorry, say that again.
When you put up posts about anti-black blacks, you should just shut up.
Why?
Because you're an idiot and you have nothing to do with black people.
Oh, I have everything to do with black people.
No, you have nothing to do with black people.
I come from both my parents are black. My siblings are black. My son is black.
I don't want to hear
all
that.
I have to say.
Your son is mixed.
All I have to say, and not only that, I know a lot about black history and
Your
American
son.
history in general.
Right, Stanley, and there's nothing wrong with your
And
son.
I know when a bunch of people want to just shit on blacks, just as a matter of course. I think that black people like them are as racist as their white masses.
No, you don't know, Stanley.
I mean, whites don't have to be racist when they have a John Galt. He'll do it for them.
Well,
and then do a whole video about how he's abusing his black clients or black tenants.
Sir, I don't care about John Galt.
There is nothing more anti-black than a slumlord abusing his tenants.
To believe that. I don't care about John Galt, Stanley.
Oh, you don't have to care. Dude, this is my panel. I can care about what I want to. I can care about what I want to care about. I can say what I want to say. I can title a show whatever I want to title. Your opinion is noted, but it does, like I said before, it does not have the effect you think it does.
Stop trying
I know I'm right. What you say, you're
You're
entitled to your opinion, but I know I'm right.
Now,
what's up, John?
Good evening, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
Number one, Stanley, your son is not black; he's mixed.
Oh, see, this is where the I don't give a fuck factor of mine comes in. Who the fuck cares about your opinion about what my son is?
What cares about your life?
I literally, as his father,
right?
I don't give a fuck what you think.
And his white side.
You've never even met or talked to my son. Neither has rotten smooth brain Galt. Y'all keep telling me what my own flesh and blood is or isn't, and I'll be laughing.
I'm sure he's a fine young man, Stanley.
Oh, I don't give a fuck whether you think he's fine. Yeah. I don't care whether you think he's black or white or whatever. That far right, I have an opinion about who's black or white.
I know what you're going to do, Stanley. You're going to go crying.
All I have to say is your opinion. Your opinion is noted,
right?
But it doesn't have the effect that one might think it does.
Man said this about my son.
You literally think I'm going to dwell on what you think?
And you will never be able to produce any evidence of me saying anything negative about your son. Because I will not.
Okay, who said anything
negative about son?
Where did you said something negative come in?
You will. Don't worry. Give it time. You will.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know the type of.
What's up, John?
And you will never be able to produce the evidence.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, because you know you have no you know you have no grounds to produce the evidence.
What's up, John?
No grounds.
Are we talking about miscegenated children?
You know what?
No, we're not.
Apparently, there are opinions on whether my son's black or not. And I'm sure everybody's entitled to their opinion. But when I say he's black, I think it's laughable.
Pay attention, audience. It's
First,
starting.
American man tells me that my father doesn't know the town.
Here we go,
he grew up
guys.
in
Pay attention.
or the
It's starting.
education system.
American
now
man
he's
never
telling
said
me
that.
whether my son is black.
American
or not.
man never said that.
These-
but here comes
see,
the
this is what
mindset of
happens. This is what
Stanley is
happens
a
when an
victim
anti-black
mindset.
black drinks. Dude,
Here is the victim mindset.
you've been drinking that sugar-free Kool-Aid.
Puff Plus lotion, guys. Get you some of that.
Pastor Jim Jones.
No,
Shut up.
you know how the actual Kool-Aid that you used to drink when you were, well, you might not know, but when I was a kid, they put real sugar in our Kool-Aid.
Yeah, they're just packets.
And then there came like sugar-free Kool-Aid. I assumed white people drank it. You know, I don't know. It's just really a joke, but
No, it was that Puff Plus lotion. Kool-Aid.
I remember the packets, the sour.
well, no, he's drinking the Kool-Aid the white man gave him, and it's sugar-free. It's not the real black Kool-Aid.
The
Stanley,
white man gave it to me too. I got it. In
somebody told him the sugar was poison.
Deacon Dave, I'm glad you realize, right? I'm showing you guys who Stanley is. I don't think you guys realize what's happening here.
You don't think Deacon Dave knows by now?
Like, I'm showing you guys who Stanley is. Like, I don't do this. I don't do this for fun.
Are you doing a service to the black community like John Galt?
I do this to prove. I do this to prove
to who?
these anti-black blacks, right? I do this to prove the anti-black blacks, like Stanley. Stanley proclaims to be black, but nothing about him is black, right? And it's fine.
Everything about me is black. Look,
it's fine if
I'm
he's
so
not black.
I'm so black that I don't give a
You're
fuck
Don
who says
Lemon
I'm
black.
not black.
I get it. You're Don Lemon black.
My blackness transcends the pedestrian anti-black black. Dude, I'm super black.
Stanley, I'm super black. We need to make a song. We got to find an AI song about that. But did you notice how?
My blackness transcends.
Speaking of that, I wanted you to listen to
Deacon Dave, did you notice how he brought up his father? And what did I say? Didn't I call it earlier? I said that Stanley would bring it back up. And what did Stanley do? He looped it all back in.
Better yet, see,
Beautifully.
you just want to dwell.
Stanley came all in my way. Stanley,
He's got to overtalk.
You
see, blacks does the same thing. When he knows he's about to get curb stomped,
now
he just
you're talking
overtalks
about
everybody.
blacks. Don't bring blacks into this. Just
you and he have the same style. When you know you're about to get curb stomped, you just keep talking. You gish-galling.
No, that's not how it works. But Stanley,
it's actually how it works.
How I said
and
earlier.
As my mother used to say,
everything that I said, you would do, Stanley, you did. And it
good. As I've noted earlier, I am
intelligence to you.
I am very predictable.
Far superior intelligence to you.
You probably are.
I predicted everything.
Oh, I have no doubt.
And you did.
I have no doubt. And your co-fellow superior intelligence people like Deacon Dave agree with you.
Right? Everything that I said
in the super intellectual sphere, the
Deacon
sphere
Dave,
I can't even touch.
Hold on.
Y'all are so high in intelligence, I can't look up to you enough.
Deacon Dave and I do not even agree often, but he could even see how
Deacon
you fell
Dave
for that
are the
trap.
high IQ black Batman and Robin.
He could even see how you fell for
And
the
I don't
trap.
know. I don't know which
And
is
he
Batman.
sees-
I don't know which is Robin.
And he
But
sees
you're
how
a dynamic
you fell
duo.
for the trap,
That's for sure.
Stanley. Stanley, you fell for the trap, right? You brought
Yes, I sure did. I
Yes,
fell
you did.
into that deep, dark, muddy quicksand.
Whoa.
The Hegelian
Whoa.
dialect. You fell right into the Hegelian
That's
dialect.
right. It was.
Whoa.
It's so black. I thought I fell into chocolate pudding.
Problem, reaction, solution.
Whoa.
Oh, and Deacon Dave says you I guess in blacks, you an American man could write the cross strategy guide.
Listen, Stanley, if you don't, you see, Stanley, here's the biggest mistake you make.
Ooh.
You believe that I don't listen to you. Well, no, you know the truth, Stanley. You
Do
know
I?
that I listened to you long enough to be able to
Well,
understand that your arguments are trash. Right? And so
Okay.
and that's what a lot of people have to do. People have to just listen. If you listen long enough, you like these shallow guys, you can kill them. But Stanley, here's the thing, right?
You see, this is
I
how
deal
it
with
works.
you intellectually.
This is
Stanley.
part of the strategy. It's not
Outside
going
of-
to
outside
hurt
of
until you have
intellectual,
left
Stanley,
the panel and the show has
Out-
shut down. About
outside of-
I don't know, probably somewhere around 1:00 in the morning. You're gonna shake yourself awake and go, "Ooh,
outside
that's
of
Stanley.
intellectually,
That's Stanley put the rhetorical foot up my ass."
outside of intellectually, Stanley, you and I will be able to have coffee and dinner and be fine.
Okay.
Right? Like, I know Stanley wants you guys to believe that, oh, American man, he attacked my father and my son, he's gonna kill us.
I said that.
Yes, you literally said American man attacked my
Okay.
father and my son. You just said
Yeah,
that.
I said that. Yep. Did I black out for a minute and say that?
Yes, you just said that. You just said that, you mule.
Yeah.
You just said
Okay.
You just said American man attacked my father earlier and attacked my son. No.
Apparently this
I
far
did
right
not.
MAGA bullshit, if you say
Here
it
we
enough,
go.
people in the audience
we
will start to
go.
believe it.
And that's how you know how dense Stanley is. Because he had the same tropes. Far right MAGA, far right MAGA. Like, dude,
It's not a trope if it's the
you're a
truth.
fool. But here's the thing, it's not the truth. And so you're just babbling.
In my opinion,
It's a
it is.
trope. And I know whoever John
No,
Stray
you're
is
far
there,
right.
I don't
Hey,
think
if
MAGA
you-
is far right.
MAGA is a far right
I think MAGA is mostly
populist
centralist.
ideology.
I think
is
MAGA
what?
is mostly centralist. Is my mic low?
No.
Is that what it is?
Nope. If you believe me, the people who actually know shit about politics, they're not calling MAGA.
I know a little bit about politics.
They're calling MAGA the hard right.
Yeah, of course they would, because it's like MAGA's the outlier here. Like the
Yeah,
rest of
and
them
of course,
hold on.
if you're MAGA,
No,
you're gonna
no,
think
no,
you're
no.
centrist.
No. They call Bill Maher hard.
I literally read today that
people are
Christopher
average.
Rufo,
Stupid.
Christopher
Tulsi average
Rufo
extremist
thinks
now.
You call Bill Maher hard right. You guys are stupid. at this
sometimes
point.
he is.
What the You people are the most
I heard Chris.
stupid people
I
I've
read
ever
today
saw.
that Chris Rufo told the New York Times that America is a center-right country.
America,
And I was like,
the Hulk?
really?
the Hulk? Oh no, that's Ruffalo. Mark
Yeah,
Ruffalo.
No, Chris Rufo, the
Yeah,
guy.
Rufo.
He's
Rufo is different.
he's the guy who basically trashed CRT and all that sort of
This
stuff.
is what
You
happened
know him
when I
if you
killed
saw him.
Stanley.
Yeah,
Stanley
He works
runs.
for the Manhattan Institute.
Do you want to know what I find interesting? white men always come up and defend Stanley when I come up here to slaughter
White
him.
men?
Yes, white men. Come up here to
How about
defend
miscegenated white men?
White men come
See,
up to defend Stanley when I destroy him.
How about
American
like
man
what-
is the
that's
is
what
the
I
Wizard
find
of
interesting,
Oz.
though?
American man
what I
is the
find
arbiter of
interesting.
American
Why
racism.
don't the
When
white
we
man
have a
hold on?
when we
Why don't
have
the
a
white
question
men leave?
about
Why don't the
miscegenation,
white
we
men
ask him to
leave
pronounce
and let
who's white
black
and who's
men
black.
work their problems out?
I don't
Right,
think
and I'm not.
I
And
don't
John
think I have
Strayer.
to leave.
Hold
though.
on, John.
I think
Strayer.
I'd make it
I'm
more
not, I'm
interesting.
not necessarily
Yeah, I know.
John Strayer.
I know you're a New Yorker. You're just a natural born asshole. I know.
I'm not
I'm
necessarily.
from New Jersey,
pointing
bro.
that
I know exactly who
towards
you are. I'm from
I'm
New
not
Jersey.
necessarily
Not
pointing
impressed.
that.
I know plumbers.
I'm
I
not
know exactly who you
necessarily
are.
pointing that towards you.
No,
All
no,
I'm
you just
saying
directed it towards me.
You're
not
I'm
pointing
saying
it.
is,
You're directing it.
why don't I would like you to let Stanley
You're a
and
righty.
I
You're
point this
playing
out.
maniacal leftist games a lot.
Let Stanley and I point this out without you coming up to save him.
Well, wait,
Like,
hold
there's
it.
a lot of
Hold
synonyms.
on. He's a
Allow me
co-equal
to
on
say
this
this
panel.
He's
without you
drinking.
saving
I'm
it.
drinking. I'm game.
Everyone,
Oh,
pay
you know
attention.
what? I'm not
I
even
want
drinking.
everyone to
See,
pay
I'm the
attention.
loser here.
Stanley
I'm
needs the white
stone cold
man
sober.
to save him.
I
It's the
guess
funniest thing ever. He has to come up. The
unfortunately,
man has to say,
folks,
the white man has to say,
somebody needs to contribute
you
to
from
the
New
United
York.
to
I'm
the
from Jersey.
Slim
What
go.
are you talking
Go.
about?
Let's
Wow,
see what he's so
look at
mad
this
about
thing
with the white
going.
man.
Sir,
Why are
Stanley,
you upset with the white man comes up?
do you think I'm mad when a white man comes
No,
up?
why is American man first? Why is he upset?
Do you think that I'm upset, sir? I'm just
I feel like
proving
you're
a
playing a
point.
character right now.
I'm proving a point,
I feel
sir.
like you're just playing a character. right
I'm
now.
proving a point.
I don't
sir.
think you're proving a point. I think you're
I'm
just repeating
proving-
your own
I'm
point back and forth
proving
over
a
and over
point.
again for the last like
I'm
4 hours.
proving a point. I'm proving a point.
I'm glad somebody who's objective up here can come up and
No, I'm
make
white.
this
I'm
point.
white, Stan. I'm
Stanley
white.
needs the white man to
There
help
it is.
him come up. Although tomorrow Stanley will say, "Fuck the white man,
Yeah,
Black Power."
that's
How
not
many
all.
times
the
have you
white
heard me
man.
actually
But
say
here's
that
the white man.
without
Here's the
actually
white man
meaning
coming
it?
to save him.
I think American man. I
Right?
think you like Be
And I-
Brave, dude.
and I
Like I
find
think
it-
you're upset when he goes after Be Brave. I think you take it personally a little bit.
You sound like a fool. Just shut up.
Why?
You dumb bimbo. Shut up.
Called me a bimbo.
You sound like a bimbo.
Yo, do you know how
100%
long
you're a
it's been since
bimbo.
I heard a bimbo? Since I heard
100% you're a
word
bimbo. You're a
Jesus
bimbo.
Christ.
You're a
What type of
bimbo.
music have you been listening to?
You're a bimbo. Just don't ever speak to me again, John. I
All right.
actually had some level of respect for you until
I know you did.
until you made
Yeah.
that comment. Until
You
you,
can't-
made that
You did it
comment.
first. You did it first.
Until you made
No,
that
you don't
comment.
like it when people match your energy.
Now I
Plumber.
know you're a
I'm a
bimbo.
carpenter. I can match your fucking energy,
Now
plumber.
I know you're a bimbo.
Yeah. Now
Oh,
you're
you're a carpenter?
now you're mad about it. We
I'm
were all
mad
having a
about
good time until a
What-
minute
what am
ago,
I
and then
mad
all of a
about?
sudden, American man lost control, and he can't get it back, and he's mad about it.
What control did I lose, sir?
The control over the mic. You just start talking, and you think everybody's going to
Control over the
shut up
mic?
if you keep
No.
going. But I can do it too. I can just
You
keep
sound
going
like
as
a
long as you
bimbo.
keep going. I can just
You're a
keep saying it.
bimbo saying
coming
that
up
I
with
agree
ideas.
with you.
Calling me a bimbo, like that's
I
impressive.
like be
You're
brave.
fucking smooth brain. You're
Yeah.
flat headed.
Are a bimbo.
Now you're
Oh
upset.
wow!
Now
Are
you're
a
upset.
bimbo. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, bimbo.
All right.
Say your things about be brave to
Nah,
bring. Be
I'm
brave.
gonna go quiet. You go ahead and try to stay on
That's
point from
right.
this point
That's
forward.
right. That's
But
right. That's right. Go quiet. Go quiet. Good job. Good job. You should do that. Now, Stanley, let's go back to where we
Oh,
were.
you. Yeah. Oh, I was kind of zoning out. You're back to me now.
Good.
Huh?
Good. Now, Stanley, let's go back to where you were. You said that I tried to attack your father. And
No, I'm sure I didn't use the word attack.
Oh my God, I love you. Oh man.
Dude, why would I use the word? Dude, I don't feel attacked. Why would I use the word?
Well, you don't feel attacked, Stanley, because you know that I would never attack your father or your
Okay.
son.
He's just an
Okay.
angry
Well,
drunk.
good.
Because you know that.
So
that's
we've
not my
we've
character.
agreed that I didn't say attack. Thank you.
No, we've agreed that you do not feel attacked.
I think you're an angry drunk.
Oh my lord.
Like I drink, I have a good time, dude. Like you drink, you seem to like want confrontation.
Are you?
I-
You know what?
Hey,
I didn't even. Are you drinking, American man? I had no clue.
yeah, he's drinking.
I think that you are a white guy that just
See,
wants to come
sometimes it's hard for me to tell with American man.
I think you're a white guy that comes up here that wants relevance and you will get none with me.
Yeah.
And so you run to tropes like you're drunk.
Yeah.
You're drunk. You're Nazi.
We're all entitled to our opinion.
What?
sound like-
Oh,
Wait, hold
entitled.
it. I didn't hear him say you were a Nazi.
No, I didn't. But this is the escalation. You know what
I
I mean?
think
Like
you guys
goes
missed the
every
point.
point.
I think
Go ahead.
you missed the point.
What else
right?
did I say? What else did I say? Why would I call you a Nazi?
What I'm saying is,
I'm a white Trump
is
supporter,
that
bro. Like I'm the one
I
that
don't
gets called
care.
a
I don't
Nazi.
care what you are.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But
What
you
I-
want me to fucking you sitting here making up things like
Oh
I care
my
who the
God!
fuck you
Stop
are.
talking, bro. You're not relevant.
You're
So-
not relevant
Well,
either.
do you
So
think?
what
Do
I'm
you
saying
think he's
That's why
making?
we're over here having a non-relevant
could
conversation.
be-
What
It
I'm
could
saying
be
is,
that he actually is hearing these. Like
When these
there might be an
people-
alternate voice in his head.
no, Stanley. What's happening is right. What's happening is Stanley. What's happening is Stanley is that the reason why he tries to say you're drunk, right? Is the
White.
reason when people say anti-Semitism and not
Well, is he right?
right? No, he's not. But it's funny
Oh,
that he
okay.
wants to be.
I said
because-
because I'm white, but I am
because-
right. Yeah. Well, no.
No. It's because you're stupid. Most of it is because.
Oh, that hurts. That
But
hurts.
well, it's okay,
No,
right?
I thought your opinion of me really mattered to me, dude.
Here's the thing, right?
That hurt my feelings, bro.
It should
If
not.
American men don't like me, bro,
You know, does not matter.
then I might have to go, bro. I'm getting emotional now.
Your
I'm getting
opinion
a
of me
little
does not
emotional.
matter, sir.
Because American men don't like me.
So
Like,
when
I
you
give a
say,
fuck.
that I'm drunk, sir, guess what?
Not in your union, pussy. I don't give a fuck if you like me or not.
Just another idiot talking to try and make himself relevant.
No,
And so I get it.
I don't need to talk to you to be relevant, American
So
man.
then don't talk to me. Stanley and I will
I came
talk.
up here to have a conversation with Stanley. You interrupted me
Okay.
talking to him
No,
when I
sir.
first came on.
Oh,
You
sir.
ramble and ramble and ramble. Never
That's
get to
not
your
what
point.
happened.
But you just
That's not what
filibuster.
happened.
You
That's not what
filibuster.
happened. That's not what happened.
Yeah, that's
That's
exactly
not
what happens
happened,
every
sir.
time.
That's
You're a
not what happened.
filibuster.
That's not what
You
happened.
never get to your point. You
That's
never
not
land
what
a
happened.
plane.
I've gotten to
And
my
once you
point
do land a
several
plane, you
times.
jump right off the ground
I've
again.
gotten to my point several times,
Then
sir. If
You
shut
haven't
up.
stopped
If you
talking.
shut up. If you shut up.
You haven't stopped talking.
Shut up. If you shut up.
Go ahead, bro.
Up.
Go ahead. Keep going.
There we go. Let the master teach the student. Yeah, here we go.
Right. Woosah. Here we
Be
go.
quiet. Be quiet.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
Show me the way of the pressure of the pipes.
Quiet. Be quiet. And as I said, right, Stanley made comments that I will take exception to because I often do.
Father again, bro.
Oh my
next
God.
point,
Be
next
quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Right? I've gotten to the point. You have to be quiet.
Cheers,
Student.
everybody.
Be quiet, student. And so, Stanley, you said that I disrespected your father and your son. And when you make
I
those-
probably said you were attempting to.
Yeah.
I
Stanley,
mean, you don't actually. It would be easier to be actually disrespectful if you knew the facts and could contradict them. But
Stanley,
you don't really know enough to be disrespectful.
well, let me tell you something, Stanley. I think you and I both know that I've never been disrespectful to your son or your father. And so for you to make that comment, Stanley, is problematic to me.
Could be. I could understand why it might be.
right? Because as long as I've been the only person, as long as I've seen Stanley, and let's be honest, I've been the only person on YouTube saying, "Hey, Stanley, how's the son? How's college? How's everything?" I've never heard anyone else have those conversations with you.
Well, you don't listen every day, do you?
But you know, Stanley, you're being disingenuous. But yet, I'm the one that you continue to say, "Oh, you're disrespecting my son and my father."
I continue to say it?
That's problematic, Stanley. No, even for clicks, Stanley.
Well, you said it was hold on. You said it's problematic to you, correct?
But it's problematic in general, Stanley, because I'm the
okay. Well, do you really are you implying that it's problematic to anyone other than you?
Valid.
It's problematic. It's problematic for everyone that has.
Oh, so now you speak for everyone. I got it.
No, sir. It's problematic to everyone.
So now you're omniscient.
Oh, I am. But it's problematic to everyone that has integrity, Stanley.
Really?
Because
you
know
think
that
everyone cares?
You know that I've never spoken ill of you.
I didn't say you had. I just said you like
to play.
I take it for what it's worth.
The edge where you allude to it, Stanley. And that is what I have a problem with.
But let me tell you what I find problematic. I find it problematic when the father of my son says, I raised him to be a black man, and you go, he's not black. Why do you care that much?
Well, your son's not black, though. It's mixed, right? And
that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Standing
Dude,
up.
You are not the Wizard of Oz of race in America.
You have said my son's not black, he's mixed.
No, I've literally never said that.
Yes, you have, Stanley. It's been several.
I have literally never said that because I don't think that.
It's been several streams where you have said that.
I tend to say what I think, and I've never thought he wasn't black.
Well, come on, Stanley. Now we're trying to.
My father has literally talked to my son about, hey, you're a black man. There are certain things you need to be. Dude, my son was raised black.
Oh, so your father gave your son the talk?
No,
no
more than
that.
Okay, dude. See, did I say my father gave him the talk?
Yes, you just said my father
I said my father talked to him about being black. The emphasis is that he was raised a black man.
Oh, okay. So your son was raised a black man, Stanley, sure.
Mainly by me, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with his black grandfather saying, hey, look, these are the realities. Nothing wrong with that.
This is all wordplay from like weird people, but I get it. Because I could.
Well, it doesn't really matter whether you get it or not, to be honest.
Several streams, Stanley, where you would never talk like this, but I understand why you're doing it.
Let me set the stage for you. This is literally Stanley versus the world. It's on the Stanley Cross channel, and Stanley Cross is stone cold sober. So, yes, I am talking like this. I know what I'm saying
tonight, Stanley.
I'm cognizant of what I'm saying. I'm very cognizant of how I raised my son.
Are you sober tonight, Stanley?
I happen to know. I'm pretty sure there's no doubt in his mind of who or what he is. Now, he is mixed race. He may even identify as mixed race, but I never talked to him like, hey, son, you're mixed race. No, that I'm not mixed race. I don't know anything about being mixed race, but I do know how to raise a son. And you know what? Back in the day, the one drop rule applies in this house.
Did I ever challenge?
Okay, dude, I didn't say you did anything.
Stanley,
I literally just told you it really doesn't matter what you think. You're
But did I
entitled
ever
to your
challenge
opinion,
how
but it does not.
Stanley?
It's not doing the heavy
How
lifting
you
you
continue
think
to
it is.
move
At least
the
not with
goalpost?
me.
Do you realize how you continue to move the goalposts? Now you're trying to insinuate I
Okay,
challenge.
I have moved no goalpost.
Yeah, I know, Stanley. I just want to point it out.
Which part did I waver when I said I raised my son as a black child, black boy? Now he's a black man or black young man. When did I change? When did I waver?
When did I ever challenge how?
Okay, I don't care about you. I didn't ask about you. I asked, when did I, Stanley Cross, waver?
A lot of you fools don't understand what Stanley.
Oh my God! Now I'm a fool.
No.
You're gonna tell me the way I raised my son was foolish?
He's innuendoing, referring to me. Go ahead.
About you.
Oh, well, okay, my bad. I didn't realize.
And some others in the chat.
John Strayers.
Let me tell you the truth. When John comes up here, I don't even think race. I think John strives. I literally.
I can't even be you, American man.
Okay. But
just relax. Just wait till Stanley's done and then start talking. Dude.
I literally, I don't really think that way. Most of the people who come up here, I don't. Sometimes I have to remind myself, hey, what race is this?
I'm not going to let Stanley get away with trying to.
Motherfucker, I can get away with what I want on my own panel.
No, you cannot.
What?
You're not going to paint me in a. You're not going to paint me in a light in which
I'm not trying to paint you. Oh my Lord! Why is this panel about you?
You tried to do that the other night, Stanley, and you're the shit for it.
Was I successful? Let me know.
The shit for it now. No, you weren't, and you're a piece of shit for it now. And I'm going to call you.
Oh my God! Now I'm a piece of shit.
Yes, you are.
Oh my Lord!
And now, John Strayers, I will allow you to talk. Go ahead, sir.
Wow. You sure you're not drinking?
He seems like a violent drunk.
No, but I am gonna go to bed here pretty soon because I gotta get out.
Oh, so he's kind of tired and punch drunk. He's old man punch drunk.
No, you drink after a while, you catch yourself and you're like, oh fuck yeah, I've been sitting up here talking, saying the same shit for like 40
No, that's not what it is. It's actually that I have a life and I have to get up and go to work.
Yeah, so do I. I'm maybe a little bit younger than you, so it's not a big deal.
I have family and everything to deal with.
So you're a union guy. I'm sure you're overpaid as it is.
For work. I'm not a union guy.
I bet you are, motherfucker. I bet you're a fucking liar right now.
Do you want to take a bet? How much would you like to bet?
I don't give a fuck. You don't have to prove it to me. I know you're a liar.
You know what I'm saying?
Liar.
I say I want to bet.
You never been in the plumbers union? You never been a pipe fitter union, plumbers union, nothing?
No,
no unions. No unions whatsoever.
No, you dumb fuck.
You're a fucking liar, bro.
Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Here's the nigger brain.
Uh-oh. He just premiered the N-word.
Stanley, how I view it. Remember what I said to you, how I view it. Based on the dictionary.
He's a fucking liar, bro. He's a manipulative liar. That's why he has to
telling you no, you dumb.
You can't just have a conversation. You knock him off his block, he's done.
No.
He has one point to prove at a time. He's fucking simple-minded. It's boring.
Stupid fucking
nigger. You're upset. Look at you. Hard R, bro. Ooh.
Yes, hard R.
You looking at the mirror while you're saying all this?
No, I'm looking at white people.
No, but I'm saying, like, does this come from a point of self-hatred?
This comes from a point of looking at white people.
Resentment of a parent?
Oh, you think that works for me? No, I'm looking at a nigger. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you
John Stray is the nigger.
Are you immigrated?
Hey Mola, this is almost like a tea show.
Are you immigrated?
John Stray is the nigger. Yes, that's what I'm looking at. It's amazing.
The rules on my panel just don't matter. Apparently, if you use the N-word and apply it to someone who's not black, that makes it okay.
Stray is the nigger. Yes,
don't bother me.
Yes, you're ignorant, John Stray is.
Well, yeah, you're the one that keeps saying my name wrong, but keep going.
I don't care what your name is.
I know exactly, but you keep
not
saying
in the Fitters Union.
Saying it.
I'm not in the plumbers union.
You're a fucking liar.
Here we go. See, a liar.
Where'd you go to school?
Liar. I told him no.
Did you come out of prison with it?
I
You're
told him no.
fucking
John
liar.
Stratus, are you a Klan member?
Maybe.
Okay. And
Maybe
so
like
guess
on
what?
Sunday
And so
between
guess
3 to
what?
4.
And so guess what? I believe you're maybe.
Yeah.
I don't have to tell you you're a liar. I believe.
And how the fuck would you know? Right? How the fuck would I know? How the fuck would you know?
I
You might be one of them
care to
dudes
know.
that just talks
I
himself up and
accept
makes
your
himself seem like
maybe.
so much better
I
than everybody else.
accept
You're
your maybe.
nothing. You're just like the rest of us.
Accept your
There's nothing
maybe.
special about you, nothing
I
about
get
your
it.
vocabulary that's
And
impressive,
there's nothing
nothing about your
special about
fucking
you,
wingspan,
John.
nothing about how fast you
Nothing-
can rattle off facts. None of that shit
special
matters.
about
Dog.
you, John.
Below me.
John,
Your shit is weak. Your
So
shit is
about-
so fucking weak. It's
There's
boring,
nothing
American man.
special about you. Your trailer, because it has a deck on it, means
Oh, you're so mad about it. Look at you going right to the racism again,
What
bro.
about-
You're
you're
going man.
right to the racism.
You're such a weak man, dog. You are. You're such a weak-minded man. That's why you come up here and try to be dominant to people who will never fucking meet you in your life. Dude, I ain't got no problem with it.
Never.
Come up here and talk shit. I'll fucking rip you apart.
Oh, is that what he's trying to be? He's trying to be dominant?
Yeah, that's all
okay.
this shit is, that fucking fake male fucking alpha shit. You come up here trying to be like the tough guy, the dominant dude. You got nothing to say, bro. You were up here for 45 minutes and you said the same thing over and over again. You're a fucking machine, dude. That's all it is. You're a repetition machine. You just come up talking about the same shit every time.
John, why
You're
are
fucking
you so
boring.
upset about me?
Why can't you
Why
fucking come
am
up with
I
anything
making
else?
so upset?
Because
Why
you're
am I
boring me.
triggering you?
I'm throwing this shit at you and you just keep
Why?
la, la,
Why am
la,
I triggering you, sir?
John,
I'm irrelevant. Why am
John.
Oh my lord! Look
So
at the time.
So I tell you what, John, ignore me. Right? I'm irrelevant. Ignore me.
Hard to do. You don't
Here
shut
you
up.
go. Ignore me. Ignore
You
me,
don't
John.
shut up.
Ignore me.
Jesus Christ.
Ignore me.
What's up, Stan? How you doing?
Well, I tell you what, though, let's watch this video. Then I really should wrap it up. It's getting late, and
Be up for too long. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
That's a fact.
well, I mean, this is actually the second show, and I actually haven't eaten dinner yet. It's not like I'm.
Yes, Stanley.
I actually have leftovers I could eat, but
I got to go to my
I,
union job, Stanley.
There you go.
your union job is. Does
I
it
got to go to
involve
my
a pillow?
union job, Stanley. Yes.
Does it involve a pillow?
Is it the chicken shop? What is that?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, no, it's a chicken shop.
Because they don't have union workers working for their shits, dude. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, bro. You fool other people with that shit, dude. I know how the business works. You're full of shit, bro.
So hurt.
You might not have paid your dues and walked out or whatever, dude, but you started there.
Listen to this white
Me
guy.
too,
So hurt. This
You're
is
so
funny.
funny, bro. You're so funny.
Listen to the white man be so hurt, you dumb blacks that think he means
So
something.
mad this shit don't get
Listen,
over.
Oh man, it got mighty racial.
Listen,
We went for hours
know.
without it getting
Listen.
too racial.
I haven't said nothing racist about this motherfucker. He has to bring it.
They
He's
don't
weak.
understand.
He's a weak-minded man, so they have to make
I
it.
am. I'm
So
very
it's
weak.
because I'm white. That's
Weak.
the problem, Stan.
I'm
Because
weak.
your son's
I'm
not
weak.
fully black.
And
That's
the
the
union,
problem, Stan.
and the
He's better than
union,
you
and the
because
union
fully
is
black.
keeping my
His
weakness
children are
up.
better than yours because it's fully.
Stanley is
That's
fully
fucking
black.
bullshit.
Well,
And
the thing is
children
that
is better
I've
than
heard like people like
Stanley,
Steve
hold on.
Irwin-
I'm surprised if he was married
these
to a white
people-
woman too.
See,
No,
this is why I don't get
Stanley.
super upset.
You hear that,
These
Stanley?
people
Hear that,
do
Stanley?
not know
Children are better
how
than
race
mine.
works in America, other
Hear
than the
that, Stanley?
N-word. So I don't get that wrapped around the axle.
No, Stanley. I actually just proved how race works in America.
Wow.
Yeah,
Because
and
this guy
literally
Oh,
race,
hold on.
Stanley, your children are
race,
better than
race
yours.
works in America by
I
being
grew up-
racist.
All right.
Is that how it works?
I want you guys to
duh.
understand
Oh,
just
you
happened.
guys write that down.
Pay
Race
attention,
works in
everyone.
America because
10:23
racists
Eastern
are going to
Standard
race.
Time. October 28th, 2025. American man just figured it all out. Go ahead, sir.
He has explained Charles Mills and Du Bois. American man is Du Bois. He's Booker T. Washington. He's Charles Mills. He's E. Franklin Frazier. He is
useless white man.
He is all that in a bag of chips.
I feel like my name's gonna be mentioned in so many chats with this fucking dude wherever he goes. He's gonna talk shit about me. He's gonna bring me up to everybody. Like this fucking white guy that hangs out at fucking stadiums like John Galt.
I would never mention him. Tell him the truth, Stanley.
What's the truth?
What's the truth?
I depend on you to know your truth.
Only time will tell.
Well, I mean, I don't really. Who was it? Somebody mentioned. Somebody came up here. Somebody asked me something about the John Galt show. Maybe it was 777. Because I was on his show, by the way, earlier today.
Hey, John.
And
let's make a $200 bet that you will make before I mention you.
Hey, American man, yo, just let him talk.
Hey, hold it. Who are you talking to?
Interrupted him.
I'll bet that you will mention me before I mention you, sir.
All right. Right from this
point, interrupt me again.
Right here. This point right here.
If anyone in the chat knows better,
$200 to Stanley in the dono. Right here. If either one of us mention each other's name first, from this point at this time right now, you want to bet? You want it?
Deal.
You want it to Stanley? Okay.
Deal. Deal. I will never mention you again.
I guess the Sovereign Beer Fund will be dry tonight.
So what are we talking about?
Oh, so you know what? I don't even remember now.
The video, sir.
This video has an interesting title. I have no clue who this dude is. He's got 87,000 subscribers though. It's called "America Didn't Elect a President; It Elected Its Reflection." So, what with a title like that, I gotta watch because I've made that point. You get what you vote for.
You know, one of the things I hear all the time is the people that voted for this dumbass in the White House. That's not what I voted for.
He's going to Rachel Maddow.
I found this letter that I want to read you from somebody on Facebook, and I'll post it as a pinned comment below. I used to wonder how it was possible that Trump could have won in 2016 and this second time in 2024, given how emotionally toxic and depraved he is. I no longer do. I actually think he won for that precise reason. Because he had at least one effed up part to mirror and the effed up parts for millions. If you're a racist, he's your guy. If you're a misogynist, he's your guy. If all you care about is money, he's your guy. If you have an emotionally armored heart, he's your guy. If you like golden showers with Russian sex workers, he's your guy. If you long for a toxic daddy, he's your guy. If he had only two of these issues, he would have never won. It was the fact that he had hundreds of them that made him the winner. Because
I like to talk about John.
John who?
I'm gonna
John who?
Yo, it's in the middle.
Let's talk about John Galt.
Yo, Stanley, it's over, bro.
Let's talk about John Galt. Let's talk about John Galt, Stanley.
Yeah, okay.
Can we talk about John Galt or no?
Well, I would prefer not to. But, do you have anything in particular to say?
No, Stanley. I'm just doing some trolling. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, is that what that was? I thought I thought you were serious.
Yes. Go ahead. I'm gonna Stanley, I'm gonna get you $200, buddy.
Well,
I'm gonna get you $200.
You know what? I forgot to start. You know what? Let's make it easy for everybody. Let's go ahead and put. How does this
you with that $200 over the fuck you won? I wasn't even taking it serious. I knew you was gonna relapse first. I don't give a fuck.
Go ahead, Stanley. I'm gonna get you $200.
Well, you know, that would be so kind of you.
Look at how her.
You're a graceful loser.
I'm still not gonna mention them or refer to them. I'm gonna speak to you
Let's talk about.
through you.
Let's talk about.
See, that
let's talk about-
$200 would be John Galt money.
let-
Did he
let-
pay $200 to get Knightish off a panel or something like that?
I want everyone to see how great I am. The greatness is.
I want everyone to see how bets get reneged on
facts.
without any sort of remorse, or there are no gentlemen when it comes to $200 apparently.
Facts, Stanley.
He's ready for it. Sir.
Again, Stanley. You notice I mentioned John Galt, right? That's what I said.
No duh.
Okay.
I heard you.
So thank you, Stanley. Thank you for proving the point. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Continue.
well,
My good sir.
Phantom $200 is kind of like Phantom what? Humor.
Stanley, you
didn't
can always be
particularly find it funny.
You know what I'm saying? $20 a week towards your fun. You know what I mean? Like it could
all
always be.
all I have to say is there's no surprise here. there is no surprise.
So they could relate to him in one form or another. It's never been about Trump. It's always been about the people who finally have their twisted feelings about others validated. Trump has given those people
We pause this
permission
thing?
to disparage and hate
Oh, yeah.
their fellow human beings.
What the fuck is this guy wearing? I can't even take this guy serious, bro. Look at this shit.
Oh, you mean the shirt?
Not just the shirt, the fucking hat and the
Oh,
shirt.
yeah,
With-
it's a Rachel Maddow hat.
There's a polka dot buttons on the shoulders with a Rachel Maddow hat.
Look, is that a peach tree behind it? No, that's not a peach tree. What kind of tree is that? Some sort of fruit tree, it looks like.
Like what?
Look, I liked America didn't elect a president. As it turns out, the title is better than the speech.
Yeah, Stanley. I think this guy is 100% on point, actually. And I would like to continue to hear his points because I think that he has something to say, and we should listen to him, Stanley.
Let it go. Hey, he's paying for it. Let him go.
Yeah, he's paying for it, all right.
Trump is only symptomatic of a much larger issue of a collective toxicity. If there is a
You
single
gotta be
sentence
able to
that
say those
characterizes Trump,
words
it is
when
this:
you write them down.
he
son.
says the things that I'm saying. This may be what is so terrifying. Who knew that so many tens of millions of Americans were thinking unconscionable things about their fellow Americans? Who knew that tens of millions of men felt so emasculated by women and challenged by minorities? Who knew that after years of seeming progress on race and gender, tens of millions of white Americans lived in seething resentment, waiting for a demagogue to arrive who would legitimize their worst selves and channel them into political power? Perhaps we had been living in a fool's paradise. No, we aren't. The people that voted for him, there were a couple that were not very bright, concepts of brains, but they loved this. They loved the misogyny. They loved the sexual abuse of women. They loved the degradation of disabled people. This guy went into teenage locker rooms and saw minors get undressed. He went to Epstein Island and molested little girls. Yep, that's my guy. Because he told me, I'm going to have cheap eggs. I'm going to have no tax on overtime. Isn't it rich that the people that pretend to be Christians, these cosplay Christians, they're Pharisees that go to church with F. Joe Biden on their bumper stickers and Joe in the Hoe, that they say, love thy neighbor
No, the
as
Christians
thyself.
have Let's
They
Go
didn't care about
Brandon.
the officers on January 6th that aren't here, that were injured or that were dead. They didn't care about women who were victims of sexual assault. They didn't care about the little girls that grew up. They're not releasing the Epstein files.
Yeah, the only problem with this is it's a little bit
It's all the
histrionic.
Trumpster. It's all the Trumpster's fault for everything. The Epstein files. 4 years.
Well,
Biden, no
I'm
release.
not gonna dispute that much.
They had it in the Obama era from the first trial.
But see,
Nobody-
the cool thing is it doesn't have to be Trump's fault. He's almost he empowers he empowers the Steve Bannons and the Steve what's his name? Stephen Millers to be themselves. He doesn't have to be a racist. He empowers the racists.
They're disgusting. They didn't care about any of that, any of this morality. They only cared about themselves. And the sad reality, which is why I do this, is part of this country could not stomach a black man in the White House instead of picking their damn cotton. And that's a fact. So they went back to the plantation. And Lyndon Johnson said it best. And I'm going to paraphrase this. This country will vote for the most morally bankrupt human pile of human excrement, while he's picking their wallet over the most qualified black woman. And
They'll
the fact
sell their
is,
mother
there's a
for a
lot
bowl
of
of
people in our
soup.
lives, and it's hard for us to say it. Yeah, they're just not good people. They're shitty people.
You
They
didn't
are.
say that one, huh?
You voted for a man who rapes women because you only give a damn about yourself. You're the reason that people don't go to church. It's not that they don't believe in God. It's that
You
you're
know,
a shitty
in some
reflection
ways,
of what
and
Jesus
believe
stood
this
for.
or not, for some reason, maybe it's the voice or something. He actually kind of reminds me of Ryan.
The way he's talking, right? Not even the tone, just the way.
if you put this hat on Ryan and gave him the speech, would I know the difference?
I don't know.
I bet Ryan's not listening, so I'll get away with this.
Guy's talking crazy.
Yeah, Stanley, he sounds nothing like Ryan. That's unfair.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's the timbre of his voice or something like that.
And why do I talk like this? Because you're treating people like
Why do I
garbage.
talk like Ryan?
All you know how to do is tear people down just because of how they look. There's a reason that we haven't had a woman president in 249 years, because too many people that voted for this convicted felon Orange Klan leader
Oh.
couldn't stomach a woman being president because they want to maintain the white patriarchy. And until we deal with that, it doesn't matter if a Democrat or Republican is in the White House, because part of this country wants the outside of the White House to look like the inside. That's what
Well,
we have to
now
deal
the
with as a
only
country. That's
problem
the
with this
original sin
argument
that we
is Helen Andrews says that America's being feminized. So you know what? I wonder if they might agree to a like a celebrity boxing match or something.
used to deal with. And for you that still think that we're the best of the best of the best because you've been indoctrinated by nationalism, it's been great for one demographic, 21-year-old landowning white men. And if you don't like that, you can ship your ass back to England. Have yourself a white day.
What did he say? Have a white day?
That is a self-loathing white. You know what I mean? Like, it's
I
one
don't know
thing
that he's
to recognize.
self-loathing. I don't think he's self-loathing. I think he's kind of
Listen, he's
self-righteous.
basically cheering for the failure of his own people based off their demographics. He's a self-loathing white.
Who are his own people?
Whites.
Oh, you know what? I had
I don't
no
really-
idea that.
Yeah, like, that's it.
I had
Look
no
at
idea
it.
that y'all
That
saw
is your
yourself as a
group.
people.
But he's not looking at it like that. His whole argument was white supremacists, white men. He's a white man. Like,
And I saw nothing wrong with his argument. Maybe a little hyperbolic. I'll
you
give
can say
it to
whatever
him.
you want. You can critique it. I have my own fucking critiques, but it's not like fucking.
But
I'm gonna-
maybe,
cheer
I
for
mean,
the
his
failure.
argument was almost like, the way blacks get talked about by, the anti-black blacks. They're just assuming everybody's the same.
Stanley, let me say this, Stanley. I agree with John.
Wait, hold on. Well, I said I didn't call a name.
No. I agree. I agree with
Are
John.
you speaking up for the anti-blacks?
No, I'm not. I agree with John Stapleton. I think
Right.
Yo, Stanley gonna get me up out of here. Stanley gonna be like, you can't keep.
No,
Yeah, you're fine.
look,
Go ahead.
I'm about to
how
get
many times
myself
you
up
can do
out
it?
of here too.
Stanley's like, I agree with John Stapleton. Stanley, John Stapleton. Shout out to him. I agree with him. Hey, Stanley, I'm gonna get you $200, bro. Believe me.
Every black
Awesome.
man
And while you're doing that, let's listen to Christella. I think that is Crystalline. I'm sorry.
married a black
that
woman,
racist?
2 million black women would still not have a man. So I decided to do this video today to give you 10 reasons why interracial
Let's
dating
see if we can
is
listen
really,
to this
really
without the music.
Oh, good for black women.
She is kind of a strange one to me.
It's my kind of gal. Hold on.
Nah,
Like I'm a little weird. I
look,
like the natural hair. I don't, sometimes the straight hair is nice, but some women just look fucking better with it like that.
I like the hair too. That might be the best part of her.
And like when they cut it short, like dudes, I don't want no fucking bald head, but like when they cut it short, and you can see the feminine, like women's skulls are different. You know what I mean? Like their whole body is feminine when you see it sometimes. some
I've never heard this attractive
yeah.
skull argument.
Like,
so go on.
The whole body. Yeah, that's why they
It's
cut their fucking hair off.
Definitely different.
Like it's a sign of beauty. It's the fucking head shape and shit is really feminine. Any
How
like
do you see her
women
head
in
shape?
general, dude. Like women in general can cut off, low hair and they still look good. It's because like you could tell when it's a female's head,
Look, I think she is mediocre, attractive face wise. She's also in her 50s. I'd appreciate it if she dressed her age.
That's a modern look for 50. She's wearing like 3 layers. What? I thought you said you were a Reformed Catholic. You over here sounding like a Muslim, dog.
I just don't particularly find her attractive. Like
For 50, she's not bad, bro.
I probably have heard her show too often. See, I'm one of these weird people. You could be really good looking, but if I find you vapid or just like objectionable, I've known plenty of people, plenty of women who were really attractive, and after a couple dates, I'm ready to move on.
Yeah.
Not so much because they were unattractive; they were just kind of unattractive on the inside.
Yeah. I'm that way too.
And I just there's a lot of. Well, first off, she's a divester, which I don't particularly have a problem with, but she is kind of. I don't think she's as bad, but the title of this is called. Oh, damn it! Hold on one sec. Where'd she go? Oh, there. What is the title of this damn thing? 10 reasons interracial relationships.
For black women, it's good.
10 reasons black women should give interracial relationships, I guess, a go or whatever.
Yeah.
She is very pro divester. She's like really the first divester that I ran across by accident. And it's been actually, I discovered her maybe 4 years ago. And I watched her for about a year and then, it kind of got boring. But she just.
Stan, hold on 1 second. Yeah, you want to know the craziest mix I never heard? And when I hear this, I think to myself, that's America. Only in America you hear some shit like that. I got a friend who's from Tajikistan, right?
Mhm.
His first wife and the mother of his children is Kenyan
Mhm.
from Nigeria. You know what I mean?
So she's Kenyan
Nigeria.
background, but from Nigeria.
From Nigeria, yeah.
Interesting.
That's a fucking mix and a half. And my boy speaks like fucking 7 languages.
Mhm.
He's from Tajikistan, so he speaks Farsi, he speaks Russian, he speaks his native language,
Mhm.
all different types. He speaks Spanish. Yeah.
Well, how do you wind up with a Kenyan from Nigeria?
We were driving taxi for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's I met him through taxi and construction. You know, and fucking yeah, we were driving taxi for a
Now,
while.
I could imagine you meet all kinds of people in that New York metro area driving a cab.
Well, I'm in Monmouth, so like it's right. Like if you look across the water where that bend is, and you know, because you were in the military. You know, like I'm right up in there.
Well, I've been up and down 95. Is Monmouth isn't right on 95, is it?
No, it's off. It's off at like 33.
Okay. It's been 20, maybe even more years since I've even been up that way. But
they had
bottom line is the cab business up that way.
Oh yeah,
you meet all kinds of people.
I was working for Turks. It was a Turkish cab company. I met my best friend over there. He's fucking Russian. Well, it's like a different type of Russian. And they look at him like he's black. Yeah, he's like fucking. If you met him, you'd have thought he was Mexican. It was so weird.
Is it anything like Taxi, the TV show?
Well, when you're chilling, yeah, everybody's chilling. I did that shit for like 3 years.
Hey, I don't know. I've never.
No, you're not at a station. Like we're just chilling in a parking lot, talking, fucking hanging out. But usually you're fucking busy.
She looks so nice on.
This is 777 show.
Stanley, real quick. How do you end up?
Oh, HB's up there.
How do you end up in a divestor channel, Stanley?
I have the most interesting. Algorithm on YouTube.
Got that 50s and over. 50s women and over.
No, I get all kinds of things in my algorithm. Shoot, I get fishing, I get all kinds of stuff. I have a wide interest, and stuff just kind of winds up there. Now, this was a short, and I haven't seen anything from Crystalline in since the summer. And maybe she hasn't even been producing anything. But Gorilla Jones, HB2N, and
Gorilla Jones sounds
familiar. 777. That's got to be quite the. I should drop his. I should drop at least the show link.
So you like this guy?
Because I am gonna sign off here because I am getting a little bit winded here.
I'm heading to sleep in about 2025.
I don't even know that I don't know that I'm sleepy. I'm just tired and I need to eat something. Yeah. And I'll probably go to bed and read myself to sleep.
And then
Can I get a feature on your next song?
So who 777 are a sick duo? Yeah, well, you know what? That's just the sort of stuff that I tend not to get into their type of humor.
Can I
get yeah, definitely.
Well then let me just drop some bars right now. All right, ready? I'm gonna need complete silence. I'm gonna go a cappella. Give me a word, HB.
Oh, they're waiting for LG to hit the link.
No, hang on, because she's with the shits.
Excuse me.
Hello, gentlemen.
Oh, there we go. LG. Okay. Is that your
name?
LG.
I'm waiting. What's up, LG?
Well, just so everybody knows, I dropped this 777's current show in the chat because I'm going to wrap this up. As much as I enjoyed it, and by the way, John, I you may have heard I think this 1 to 2 o'clock till whenever, at least these first couple days, it works even better than in the morning. I did the news and then went right into a couple things that people seem to have found fairly interesting. So
yeah,
I'll stick with it till it doesn't work. Man, she is extraordinarily pretty.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
All right, well, I'm gonna hit you up next time I see you.
Yep.
It was fun, man.
I'll be around tomorrow, at sometime afternoon. An American Man, as always. He probably fell asleep.
No, I'm still here, Stanley. But I do need to go to sleep because I need to get my daytime schedule back on track.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
Yeah, it was fun, Stanley. You know how you and I do our thing, and everyone else just background noise. I'm gonna do my best to make sure I get you that $200, sir. Even though you,
well, you know what, I'm gonna do my best to wait for it.
Even though you pointed out how quick it was fleeting because you heard what I heard in the background.
There you go again, bro. The left turn. All right, y'all have a good night.
And so,
all right.
And so, Stanley, you heard what I heard in the background, and in the background it was said, "I'm not going to give you $200 no matter what." You heard it, and
did I'd tuned out.
That's why you made the comment you made about look at how quick the $200 goes fleeting. Right?
Oh, you know what? It was just an idle comment. I do that sometimes.
Well,
anyway,
folks,
everybody who dropped by, I don't know that anybody actually, misses the morning show. I'm still gonna do it. Probably just not tomorrow. Maybe not even for the rest of the week. So I enjoyed it. Richard, Brian, Lupin, of course. Ignat was here. Mo Love, my darling. Let's see, who else was here? Yeah, this late show. American Man, of course. John Strauss. So yep. The late crew, Mike 123. Apparently you were too shy to come up. Maybe tomorrow. So anyway, again, 777's show is in the chat, second from the bottom, and you all have a good night. Get some rest, folks.